Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Wednesday as we kick off our week together. We haven't seen you guys since Sunday, so very glad to have you with us tonight. We've got a special show. It is a really cool broadcast. We are going to see our summer sale continue, so good news there. We've got 10% extra off what I'm already discounting everything for, which is really exciting. And also we have some returning favorites. This is a night where if you're a hoop earring lover, as a matter of fact, got to put them on. We actually have a really special hoop earring. I would say it's the iconic style, and I know we've done dozens of hoop earrings, but I'm going to be slipping into these. They are the 1.5-inch round hoop that are the inside out style. So it is our last call, as we're seeing sometimes. We're in kind of last call finale here on some of our ideas that we know if we do make them at some later date, it's going to be a lot more money. You know, gold's at $3,400 an ounce. It's actually a little over that. So that is to dig. No telling where it goes by September, October, November, December, but all the experts say if it carries through the trend, going up. So when you have a bigger important piece of jewelry, we're still going to dedicate to the finest, but it's all about prices going up. So we gave you one last chance to let you know it's the last call at that lower price that's from yesteryear. So we do love that. Also have a lot of one-of-a-kinds to get to tonight. Hoop earrings are here. We've actually got something new for you that has been long requested. It is, you know, our DBTYs. And for anybody, I still get surprised when sometimes somebody will say, what is a DBTY? And I get carried away because we've had them for years. And it's, of course, a style that we see throughout the jewelry world, not just here, but it's that diamonds by the yard. So that is the acronym. And what we've had a long, long list of requests for is something other than diamonds. Well, tonight is the night. We've got something other than diamonds. Now, instead of just doing an acronym for other than diamonds by the yard, we're going to tell you what it is. But I'm going to leave you guessing for just a minute, but it's one of the big stones. So any guesses what that might be? I'll give you another hint. It's my birthstone. So yeah, if you know me well, you already know. But we do have something exciting, and it's a stone that we rarely see in small sizes. So a lot of you said, why can't you do it with every stone imaginable? Because not all stones are going to be perfectly matched in every small size that's really required for this by the yard element. So we do have something very special tonight. It is by the yard, and it is a necklace, and it's very affordable. So we love that, but with a really high-end stone. And also, blue wing block D. What would a TVON show be without a blue wing? I'm going to bring you a fabulous 5-carat emerald cut tonight. Also have a lot of assorted pieces. They're going to be parts of wheels, and there's even a merengue, and we do have a pendant that is color change dies for. You know, it was a show last week. I think it was my Saturday, my Sunday, not sure which day to be honest with you, but there was a gorgeous round diaspora that was so quick to go. We only had one. So I know so many of you, I mean, I'm talking dozens of you missed out. So I did work on something over the weekend, our weekend that is. Our weekend is Monday, Tuesday, aren't we weird that way? But we do have a color change diaspora. So it is a pendant. It's not going to be round, but it is an oval. And it's a great size, and it's going to be affordable as well. So we have that too. So for those of you that missed out, we understand, we hear you. So what we're going to start with is actually a pendant as well. And then if you have any requests, please get those in because we would love to help you out. If you emailed me, because I will say over my weekend, I got more emails than I probably ever received from TVON shoppers. And that was very exciting because I love hearing from you, and I love all of you raving about the pieces you're getting and the pieces you're receiving and the pieces you're excited to get. And also, oh my goodness, the requests coming in. So I know that pieces have been going quickly throughout this event. Why wouldn't they? Prices are lower than ever. But if there is something you'd like to see, we can always check and see if there's something available. And who knows, you know, even if your favorite one-of-a-kind piece is gone, you never know if we bring out as an alternative is something that may have even been better. It's like that meant to be moment. I believe in jewelry sometimes, as in people and so many other situations in life. Sometimes we miss out on one thing because it's opening the door for another. I really do believe that. So we have a very, very special couple of sets here. And, you know, if you message me with a request, you might just have it here. Otherwise, we may have something that even if your piece specifically is sold out, we might be able to bring you something a lot like it. Okay, so we're actually going to start with this one. This is a really fabulous aqua. And welcome into Wednesday. Glad you're with us tonight. This is 112-3291. I'm always glad when you're with us. Anytime we can spend shopping for fine jewelry together, it is a good time. So here's 3291. It's our 2-carat 31 Sierra Santa Maria. It's a beautiful, beautiful stone. It's got, of course, that purest of blues we love to see, but it's also going to be that really classic bail with that split style. And you do have a really cool look here is, boy, well, Sally, no, it's not. But oh, goodness. Well, Sally always there with the positivity. I don't know. Hey, everybody's checking in. Hey there. All right, so we're ready, guys. 2 carats 31. Sally asked if it's Valentine's Day. It can be if you want to, only if you show us love, though, Sally, okay? So every day can be Valentine's Day. Every day can be. Okay, but I'm literally, guys, I live in Southern California, so we don't get a fall here. And I have this sizzling summer sale going on because last I checked, it is August 13th, correct? So August 13th today, okay, so we're still in summertime, I know. But a lot of us are getting bombarded with like the idea of fall and pumpkin spice and all that. I am so desperate to like wear some fall colors, but I can't yet because as long as it says sizzling summer sales up there, I gotta bring the color. So, so anyway, yeah, it is, it's a summer Wednesday. And it's still summer. We're getting some nice weather out here. Not 100, not 90. Got a nice little 85 degrees going. We like it. So hope your summer's going well. I know we're in the dog days of summer. I get that. We are in the dog days. I almost, you know what I thought? I thought I might need to start bringing Peanut to the shows for the dog days of summer, just for the dog days of summer. Because, you know, she really likes, you know, hanging out with me. And it's been a while since she's done her TV debut. It's been a while. So, all right, let's talk about this one. It is a Sierra Santa Maria. I think we're going to have some fun tonight. You know, I like this. We got a great Wednesday plan. We got a really special night ahead. Hey, Kathy says, great to see you. Like as if you're going to see anybody else up here. Kathy, it's good to see you too. I'm glad you're with us. And I know she's only with us because the Mets are in a rain delay, so I know that. So that's good. That was very helpful of them. Yeah, the East Coast. I know, East Coast getting rain. How about that? Gosh, I would love to see some rain. I'll wait for February. There'll be a day. There'll be like an hour in February. We'll get some rain, and I'll be like, oh, look, there it is. I know. So send it our way, guys. East Coasters. I know you guys are getting like bombarded out there. But here we go with the 231. Let's blow it out. We got big blowouts. We got great event prices. Judith, I got something for you to look at. I got something for everybody tonight. And let's just make this affordable. How about under $1,000 or $999 or $888? Let's make it even better. It is $777. That's what we're going to do. And 10% off. If you don't know by now, it's $77.70. It's really just about moving the decimal point and then subtracting it. It's really simple. So $6.99 on that one. You know what else I have? Speaking of by the yard, I've got bracelets by the yard ×3 with diamonds. And has anybody guessed yet what that stone might be? That stone that is in our new by the yard necklace that we're going to see limited quantity. I know the only other thing I've had, let's see, besides diamonds, we've had yellow diamonds and we've had pink diamonds and we've had white diamonds, but those are all still diamonds. I know we did have a Merengue Spinel once, the MSBTY. Yeah, the Merengue Spinel by the yard. We did have that. That's sold out. And so what we're going to bring is something new in a necklace, and it's beautiful. And it's the kind of color that you will want to layer and stack and wear with everything. It's one of those colors that really does go with everything. So that's going to be exciting as well. And you know what else is last call? This bracelet here. So let me show this to you. I have 2 available. They happen to both be in white gold, and that is perfect because when you see a bracelet like this, I think a lot of us really do enjoy the, oh, look at that. Isn't that great? So this is all in one, by the way. So if you had them separated and not soldered, what they would do is they would tend to flip, flop, turn, fold over each other, and do all the things you don't want the bracelet to do. So 11141.95. The reason this is up here 8 minutes in the show is because this is going to be something that in the past when I presented, I've sold like 300-400 of them, just on one presentation. The problem with that is I have 2. Count them, 2. One more than one. I've got 2. That's it. So this is going to be, did you really? Oh, Kathy, well, stay safe out there. She had thunder and lightning and rain and all that stuff going on in Buffalo today. Oh, my goodness. Well, hope you are doing well and safe today, and stay in and stay dry. And here's what we've got with 72 points in diamonds among what is essentially 3 bracelets in one. But these are all sections that are soldered together. So all your bezels are put together with that insert closure. You have one side of your insert closure and then the other. Did I get that one twisted? Yeah, probably. But that, oh yeah, I got to twist it around, so let me fix that. And then what we're going to do is show you what we can do here to make this available to you at the greatest price. Now I do want to show you, pay attention to when you put it on, because that is actually the underside. You would not really necessarily know it until you see, the underside versus the front. So you see you get a little more of that open bezel, so you get more of that diamond exposed when you put it on the proper way. So please just, take a good look at it when you do decide to put it on, okay? So let me show it up close as well. The aqua pendant is here, and we'll show that to you on the neckline as well, but look at how beautiful this is. Really excited to have this for you. This is gonna be, that's the back, and then here is the front, and this one is always, it's so funny, because for as beautiful as it is to wear, it's always trickier to show you up close. close on the display because, again, it's all this really, again, flexibility to the chain link, but that's between the bezels. And they're only about an inch or so away, and those sections go one by one across the wrist, the entire length of this 7-inch style. And it's going to be 7 inches, white gold only, 2 available, 72 points in diamonds, and a lot of gold, all in one fabulous bracelet. So if you'd like it, you got to holler at me quickly here. That's why it's up here so early, ready to go. Here's what it looks like again. So it looks like we've done all the stacking for you, yet they all sit right where they should and where they will, and we'll take it even lower. Plus, it's also, I like to point out that it's also low profile. Some bracelets sit up a little bit, and they got prongs and sharpness and all these edges and catching on everything. This one will not. It just will not because it's got all those bezel sets, and we'll make it better than even $1,000 for a triple bracelet. It is a 3-for, 3-in-1. We're doing it for $9.99. It's our last 2 available. It'll go down another $100, so it'll be $8.99 at checkout, and it's in the very popular white gold combination, which we tend to love in the white diamonds because why? We love to show off our white diamonds and their quality. Now, we do have a ring coming up. I have a feeling that's for Victor's caller, perhaps. Is it the Marquise yellow diamond that she was looking for? Who's that over there? Kathy, I'm glad we have it for you. It's coming up next. Let's show it now. We'll keep on rocking. Here's 112-8751. Take a look at this. It is our 18, oh my goodness. And this is one of those rare pieces that some of you have been asking me for. Do we ever see a yellow diamond in all yellow gold? And the answer is yes, we always do, except for the rest of the ring. Usually the rest of the ring is something done in white gold because we've got white diamonds with it. So here's where we did yellow diamond in the middle, white diamonds around it, but the whole ring is in yellow gold. So that is perfect for those of us that really are enamored and love to complement our jewelry collection in yellow gold. That's what you get right here. It's item number 8751. I'm so glad that we have this request here. This is always a good time to ask for those requests because this event is wrapping up shortly. So 31 points because obviously it's sizzling summer. Only got so much left of our sizzling summer, right? So here we are with a 31 pointer. All of that is 18 karat gold. It's like a highway ring that doesn't actually have any different elevations. It's all sitting as one band wood. So think like a cigar band style, but with open work. So it's still got the criss and the cross, but it's still instead, a lot of times those change elevation and then that can be a little more complex to wear. Here you never need to worry about that because it's all sitting really flush with the finger. So you do have that, plus it's 1 carat beside it. So that's gonna be 131 in total. And yes, we've got it in the yellow gold. It stays, and what a value, a markdown of $49.99 rings. I try it on for you. And this is what, oh yeah, it's looking good. And it's one of those ways you can take a bigger yellow diamond and still wear it all the time, but in a more unusual style than, let's say, the classic solitaires and the basics. You know, those basics where you just see, we've seen them too. We love a good classic, but this is where you get all that bigger stone. Then, of course, look at how low profile it sits, like a second skin on the finger. We'll show it up close here. It does stand the yellow. We'll size it for you. No problem there, and it is going to be out the door in a hurry because this one is only going to be, oh yeah, better than $2,000. We have taken this extra low. Extra low, that's what we're doing on everything. So it's last call on the event, so we're making sure everything goes even lower than you could ever imagine, and we're going to take it down right now. From $49, I said $19.99. Let's go even lower than that, not by a little bit either. By a wild margin here. This is your day. This is your event. Treat yourself. You got the big, big, big events of the year coming up. You want to be ready to go because fine jewelry shop, it's one thing to go out and buy a dress at the last minute. It's another thing when you're like, I need the greatest piece of jewelry. And you know what? Then when you go looking for it, it's never on sale. And here's where you've got all of these incredible sale prices, discounted, discounted, and discounted some more. And we'll take this lower than 18, lower than 17. And you know what? I'll make it $1,699 right here and now. So $1,699. Was that your request, Victor, or someone else's? Victor, was this for your request? Or so are they letting that go to somebody else? Are we still looking for something for them? Got it. So this is available to whomever wants it. $1,699. I love that. So that'll actually be, you get $170 off as well. That's important too. So you're getting it for a lot better price tag than I think you could ever imagine. That's going to be $1,529 for a carat 31 in diamonds, with one of them being in that bigger size in a yellow. Keep in mind it's all 18 karat gold, and with gold being where it's at, that is a huge, huge, huge addition. It's one thing to have a plating. That's not plating. That is solid 18 karat gold through and through and looks fabulous. And don't forget about those DB DBTYs. We have those DBTY bracelets. So those diamonds by the yard in the bracelet as well. And so we've got, and also the last call on the hoop earrings are here today. That's going to be our 1.5-inch round hoops that there are only, get this, we have a total of 5 pairs to go around among 2 colors. That would be it. So that's a limited style. When you see the discount, you're going to know why 5 pairs will not be enough for you. So then we also have 1 pair of gorgeous pinks in an earring. So this is going to be our pink sapphire in the oval. I am so thrilled we have these. They're in yellow gold as well. So again, for our yellow gold lovers, and that is verifying right now. So again, don't wait. Isn't it true about human nature? I was experiencing that over the weekend when, I was, corresponding with so many, literally a couple hundred of you reached out over the last couple of days, just inquiring about things, asking if things were still available, get my opinion on different items, really trying to make the best decision on what you want to take advantage of before this sale event is over. And isn't it true that we tend to think about things, and we think about things, and we think about things, and then once somebody has it, I mean, I experienced it literally in the last 24 hours. Once it's completely gone and sold out, then you go, oh my gosh, never do you really realize how much you wanted that piece until it is no longer available for you. I know that we've probably all experienced that at some point. If you have experienced it with TVON jewelry, I'm sorry, because I know that can be a little bit of a heartbreak, and I certainly know how that works. When you know something is limited, you probably know from the beginning, and you wait and you wait and you wait, and then to see the sale price and then wait a little bit more and then to miss out. That's when we tend to really understand. So don't let that happen, because I've had that happen to a number of people where they only want it when it's gone. And we can show pieces 18 times, 20 times, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And that's when you realize, oh, I should have bought that. I know I'm never gonna see anything like it again. We deal with a lot of one-of-a-kinds that we cannot repeat. As much as I try, and as much as I'm here all the time trying to put together those pieces and make something happen and really, give you that second opportunity, that second chance, a lot of these pieces are really, really rare to that level where I can't even make them again. So that's just something to keep in mind as we shop. Take a look at this though. This is our pink sapphire earring. It's going to be our stud, but better, because you get the halo. So again, just a little reminder how limited things are. When I tell you it's a one of a kind, it is a one of a kind. That may sound like something people just say to create some urgency, just faux urgency. That is not the case here. This is a one of a kind. So 111-0235. Just a reminder, because I know a lot of you are still newer to shopping with us and you're used to the other places that got like a big quantity in a warehouse, floor to ceiling stacked of the same piece. That's not what we do. So just a little different here, and that's why we're not here 24 hours a day, right? So you got this really good 95-point total weight here in the Ceylon pinks, and they're surrounded with the halo in the diamonds as well, and so that's really impressive also. And that's going to be, we've actually got a new price tag here as well, and that's 18 points. They're beautiful. They're really just a good classic pink color, I would say. A little more unusual to see them in the yellow gold as well, and that's kind of nice. And here we are, ready to go. This is amazing. Watch this on the hand here so you can see how beautiful that is from a distance away. You can see there what they look like, keeping in mind this is an earring, not a ring. So still pretty sizable when you see it from that perspective. It's just, again, I show you everything on the hand, so it's a good way to really garner a perspective even when it's an earring, so you can get a start. But then we take it right on over the earring, so you, related to the ear, so that you can see it that way as well and really get familiar with how that's going to look from a distance away, as if you were just sitting across the table from me or across the set. So that is going to be the earring from a distance. It's a great stud with that beautiful halo, and we're going to blow them out right now. They're under $1,000 for beautiful pink sapphires, and let me tell you, as it being one of my favorite stones, they are expensive to get your hands on anywhere. Let's go back to the wheel. We're taking a look at them here and get you great value. They stay as is. So, and hey, Janine, hi there so much. Nice to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to have you with us. Hey, Risa, thank you so much. And we are ready for a very special opportunity under $9, under $8, and under $700 for pink sapphires. This is pretty amazing when you've got an earring that is also wrapped in diamonds, that border done in the diamonds as well, and we will take it even lower. You're going to enjoy this one. That's going to be $6.99 plus your extra 10% off. That'll be $6.29 and change. And then if you really can go a little smaller with the stones, but even more rare, we do have a pink diamond earring with a double halo. So that's going to be hanging out with us as well. And we still have the yellow diamond band, the DBTYBs, which are the diamonds by the yard triple bracelets, and that aqua pendant. I am going to give you a preview. There is something very important happening this weekend in the way of yellow diamonds. And it's like I don't know how we're doing this. To be honest with you, this is amazing. We have our largest diamond band in yellows we've ever created. It's coming up this weekend. Very excited about that. That is going to be here. So something to remember, and we'll give you a little preview at some point during the show tonight. So you can start to think about adding a huge yellow diamond to the collection, and I mean a yellow diamond band, so very wearable. And it might stack really well with your other bands. And then let's take a look at this. We've got a rare star sapphire. I know we just cannot seem to keep these in stock when they're here, and every time there's a new one, does it ever go quickly? Well, look at that color, and rare again, because this time, just last week, I had a kind of a blue purple. This is really amazing here. It's actually going to be a purple, true purple. I don't see any real blues to it. It's a real true purple color. And that is, of course, a rare color that we see in sapphires as a rule. But then we've got the unheated nature that also in this case, and by the way, it's not just every single sapphire you make unheated. If you don't heat it, it's going to have a star. That's not how that works. It's just it's really inside the stone. As we look to these phenomenal gems as doing something extraordinary with light, this time creating its own star within the stone. That's done on a microscopic level. It's truly the flaws inside that are really making something really beautiful and extraordinary on the outside that's giving us that visual when we see that stone. Of course, being the round, this definitely steps up the level a little bit more in that it's a round stone, plus you have that beautiful purple color, and it's 8987. It is a 1 carat 75 round unheated star sapphire. They're all unheated. If it got heated, it wouldn't actually, you would not see that star any longer. So here we are, and she is 15 points in pink diamonds as well, and then also the 50 points in the white diamonds also. So a big 65-point overall carat weight. I love that we added the pinks. What a beautiful combination with the purple, and that's going to be that star sapphire. So item number is 8987. So we'll get that one up there for you, and it's new here tonight, so you get an exciting moment here to take advantage of something we have not had before. And that is also really a thrill. You have not seen this before, and that's really why you tune into these, even though you see sale, and sale everywhere else means, oh yeah, that's the old, that's the tired, that's the been there, done that. Not here. You're getting brand new like you're seeing right now in this unheated purple, and it's huge, and it's around, and that's got the pinks and then the white diamonds, and we only have one, and it's my job to make sure that every single piece of jewelry, whether new or old, that I show goes out the door to a great home. It's like we play Adopt a Ring, and that's what we're doing here tonight. This is what it looks like on the hand as well, so you can see it from a bit of a distance, giving you a size perspective. Really wearable size here on this one, I would say. Nothing that's over the top or outlandish for everyday wear, and that is really an extraordinary rare stone. We know that, and that purple color showing up even more so from a distance there. And we'll make this better than even $5,000, $49.99 it will not be. Who would like my rarest of all the sapphire category here today? This is definitely it. Purple and star, two rarities, and the fact it's almost 2 carats in size. Those are really, you're going down the checklist of all the rare features you could ever find in one gem, and it's like you check them all off. This one checks all the boxes. Rare, rare, rare on every level, in every category, and you have a chance right now to own it for better than 49, better than 39, better than 29, and better than 19. Brand new piece here. This is how we rock your world with the rocks. Give you the best of the best, the ultimate high level, the really, really rare and extraordinary. And the one that, as far as phenomena go, opals are tricky. Opals will show you color, but they're always best in a lower light. Very few give you all the colors. And then you got color change stones, which are out there as a great phenomenon as well, but you hardly ever see the actual color change take place because it takes so much effort on your part to get the right circumstances to see that phenomena take place. Here, you always see it. It doesn't matter what kind of light, lower or lighter. It doesn't matter if you have a brighter light or a lower light. It doesn't matter if you're in incandescent or fluorescent. You're always seeing the asterism, which is also the star. Same thing, just again, the asterism is the technical name. The star is kind of the layman's term. And it's not even $19.99 or $1,899. We got a show. Do we ever? We have got the show for you to pick out something you love and make it $1,888. That's it. And that'll be for one caller, but you're still getting 10% off on that one as well, which that's easy math. That's going to be $16.99 for that incredible ring and that rarity of all rarities right there. It is a beauty of a rare stone. And again, purple sapphire, that's natural. When do you ever see one of those? In a 2 carat size nonetheless, or almost. That's pretty fantastic. And if we have a request, get them in. And if you like yellow sapphires, I've got them. And if you want a blue or a, let's say, yellow, pink, sapphire, we can bring them all out. We can do it all. But this is really where you get that extra level of rarity. Now, here's something that's fairly traditional, although we did amp it up with those important yellow diamonds. So, but that's still a fairly traditional double halo. Wait till you see this. This is one of those rings that's just super cool. And the best part is, I love this ring because this is a really, really very unique. Interesting they're calling it a yellow sapphire. I would disagree. I don't really, well, I know you're only seeing half of it, but wow, really? Well, this could be the screaming deal of the entire show, so let's just take a moment. I know it's in an outrageous mounting, and it's different. And so, yes, you're gonna have to step up to an outside the box type of mounting, but this is not a yellow sapphire, folks. And again, I would say, you know, with colors of gems, the good news is you can study at the GIA for many, many years. You can be a certified gemologist. You can be an appraiser. You can be a certified diamond expert. But really, when it comes to color, and if you're identifying a color of sapphire, because we know it's a broad family of gems for colors, you really don't need much more of an education past the kindergarten level because you know color. You know your colors. You've known them for a long time. And this, again, this up-close view is going to show you a true-to-life color. And what you're seeing here is not a yellow. What you're seeing here is a padparacha, because there is a golden element and there's a pink element. And when those two colors of sapphire come together and they're in the same stone, well, that means you're getting a padparacha, which actually turns it into the highest level rarity. And by the way, it's unheated. So this is just a classic case of a computer saying yellow, and maybe they were referring to the gold color it's in, which does stay in yellow. But look at how beautiful this is. As a padparacha sapphire, you just don't see this every day. When we have padparachas, as they should be, they have a bit of an enormous price tag, and that's pretty typical. Why wouldn't they? It's the rarest sapphires I just said as far as all the colors of sapphire. But it's item number 1119371. Well, here's a classic case of let's say goodbye to this one. Not gonna last here, we know that. And all you gotta do is call me if you like the mounting. We added those diamonds in those bezels. Look at how big they get. And then you've got pave as well. 57 points overall, 1119371. It's a 222 pair. And again, the fact is a yellow sapphire is rare, but as a yellow sapphire for pricing, yellow sapphires would be much more affordable than a padparacha, and I think we all know that, quite a bit more. So I love that we're calling it a yellow, pricing it as a yellow, when clearly there is that peachy color to it. Wouldn't we all classify that as a peachy element? You can see the light pinks, you can see the peach. That is, peach is really basically, it is, when you see a beautiful yellow and a pink come together, that's where you get the peach, right? That golden and pink together. That's what makes that peachy color. That's what you're seeing here. Now let's just try it on, play with it a little bit on the hand, because you need to know how it's gonna look. And actually, for those of you that go, absolutely not. Well, okay. That's fine. If it's not, if you're just a traditionalist and you only like the classics, that's one thing. But if you want to go to these really, I find that all these elongated styles, they have this this really intriguing, flattering, very feminine kind of look about them when they extend up or down the finger. And that's what this one is doing. Now let me try it on the other way, because that's another way to wear it. And I think that really certainly elongating, you don't need a lot of space. You don't need a long, long, long piano finger, because look at the back. The back is a traditional band. So you really don't need to have a super long finger to handle it. You just need that desire for style and a little something with something different. You're getting all those bigger diamonds. That is a huge stone. And I'm sorry, but no 2 carat 22 padparacha. And here's another angle at it. So I'm just flipping it the other way than you saw it initially. If you want to take a look back up close, so you can see here what it's going to look like, and you really see a nice presence of that stone. But what a great look. And it's going to be, I know, it's intimidating, because if you know 2 carat padparachas, you're probably thinking, that's going to be a $15,000 ring. You better believe it. Thank goodness it's listed as a yellow, because this is going to be the most affordable padparacha you have ever seen me present, whether you've been watching me for a month or whether you've been watching me for 25 years. This is going to be as affordable as padparacha sapphire becomes. It just is. 222, it's limited labeled. That's all there is to it. That's the ring you're getting. I don't have another. This is it. Custom designed, yellow gold only. I'll size it for you. It'd be great if you're also thinking, well, it's still a little elongated. Put it on the middle, put it on the index finger. It would look amazing that way, but it's also going to be better than even $2,000. On a 2 carat 22 padparacha, excuse me, what are we doing? It's Wednesday night welcome. This is it's the home of the best values of the week. And I hope you didn't hear me say that, because that is not supposed to be unveiled, but that's what you got to do when you restart your week. And we had a real busy weekend, and now a lot of people go, oh yeah, well, now I wonder what TVON, oh, it's Wednesday, we got to come back. Here's what we're doing instead of 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. You want a giveaway? I'm your girl. Let's blow it out right now for $12.99 and see who's got it, because that's not sticking around. And I wish I had 100 of them, because we could sit here and sell them for the next 20 minutes. But I have one, and it's really going to be $11.69 instead. And that is for a 222 natural unheated sapphire. And that would never happen in a classic blue, or a pink, or a mighty yellow, or a green, or a peach, or an orange. But that is Padbarasha, the highest level we have in the sapphire category, and it's $11.69. Why not take it? That's going to go. And if not, then we sit here and wait till it does, because, you know, there's no better value I have than what's sitting right there. And even if you wanted it for just, let's say you're a traditionalist and the mounting's not for you, I get it. Let's just, if you want that just for the stone, that would be completely appropriate to purchase that piece at $11.69 for the 222 unheated sapphire you're seeing there. That would be appropriate. But instead, it's the whole ring. And a lot of yellow gold with that bypass design and all the big diamonds that go every which way. I don't know if anybody in the world would ever expect to see an $1,169 2-carat plus sapphire of any color, but there it is waiting for you right now. So that's a huge value. And you know what else is something we're loving lately when I have them are the last few of the unheateds in Tanzenite. What does that mean? Well, unheated Tanzenite is one of the most fascinating stones and can be some of the most intriguing and beautiful, and yep, that's one of them there. An emerald cut, unheated. It's got blues, greens, purples, pinks, and reds all together. But Jason, are you taking that one or something else? Not the Padbarasha. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, guys, you know, just a little heads up about the sale event. If anything does stick around, we melt it. But here's the issue. This is one we would love to melt, because there's obviously a lot more gold in that ring than most of my rings I have. But that's not something that we should be doing when there's a Padbarasha and all that set up. Think about just the labor that went into it. Every single one of those graduated diamonds bezel set. Think about all the pave that went into it. Everything you have inside that ring, and then some, the labor, the gold, the stone. It really is all about the stone. I know, I go back to my loose gemstone days long before a lot of you knew about anything about home shopping. I mean, that was many, you know, a while back. Gosh, it was like, last time I sold loose gems on here was 2010. So it's 15 years ago, okay? 15. Yeah, it's been a minute. But that's the thing. You could not offer a 2-carat 22 sapphire even back then in 2010 for that kind of price. So when you're getting free gold, free diamonds, you get it for this incredible value that it is right now waiting for you. Let's take another look at it. Come on over. Come on down. That is, our set's not pretty enough to stare at for that long. It's nice, but there's nothing that exciting about it. And you know, I was thinking the other day, like, I want to give our set a makeover. I don't know, I have all these big ideas lately. I don't know, maybe I have too much time on my hands. I must have too much time on my hands. Yeah, and when all your family and friends and everybody's on vacation, I find myself with like too much time on my hands. Because it's that time of year when like everyone's on vacation. I don't know a single solitary person who's in the city besides myself. So I think I have too much time on my hands. So I was thinking about like doing a little set makeover. Wouldn't that be fun? Now, granted, whoo, I hope we got a big set budget, because I got big ideas. Oh, I got big ideas. All right, that one's gone. Congratulations. Well, let's just show these to you, because, you know, luckily we don't need to see the set too much when we got Purity Jewelry. We can just look at that instead. And here we are with 1115387. I'm loving these 111s because it just means great price to start, then I discount from there. So we've got 1115387, and it's our 19 points in Marquise pinks, and they're natural. Look at that. Woo-wee. Did I just come in closer on diamonds? Yes, I did. Those, yeah? Oh, goodness. I don't even know why I ask what the question is anymore, because I know that's going to be the question. Joanne, who do you have there? You. Okay, let's take a look. There's the inside of that ring. That's what I don't know what else to expect behind that ring. I don't know. Maybe I take for granted because I see them all. But look at that. That's the inside. So yeah, pretty well finished on the inside. I mean, it's kind of whimsical. It's like scroll work and whimsy and all that. But yeah, it's really nicely finished. You know, we put as much gold as we possibly can in the jewelry. Don't get the, yeah, if you look at the prices and take the prices as like an indicator of what the quality is, then you're never going to get it, right? Yeah, I know it's the big hurdle. Everybody, listen, it's like a rite of passage around here. When you're a new shopper at TVON, when you're a new viewer, and I know she's not, but like when you are a new viewer, that is always the first hurdle you got to get past, is the idea of, okay, wait, how are they doing that quality? Like, I mean, the jewelry looks good, but we've all seen jewelry that looks good, but it has no worth to it whatsoever, like synthetic, man-made, simulated, whatever. So we're used to that, but it's like, wait a minute. How can it be that good in quality and be from the earth and be like made with VS diamonds and in solid gold and be these prices? I get it. So we all have to just like, we have to, and I know for some people it takes years of watching the show diligently until they go like, I gotta try this. I gotta try it. Be a cynic. But when you try us, I will warn you, when you finally decide, whenever that is, if that's tonight or another 2 years from now or whenever, be a cynic. But I got to tell you, once you dive in and once you try that first piece, you are going to get it. And you are going to say, oh my goodness, I get what everyone in the world is raving about with that TVON. Take a look at this, though. This is going to be yet another beauty here, and that's pink diamonds. And natural, again, no heat, no treat, no nothing. Just pinks out of the ground, and that's going to be 5387, 19 points in Marquise cuts. And it does have the double halo in the diamonds. Good news, you can wear them like that, or you can wear them north to south, which is, I think, what you're going to do. And so you can go any direction you want because it's a center post and a butterfly back. And then you've got the 75 points in white diamonds around your pinks, and they are gorgeous. Let me show you, because this is more of like a button style than a stud, because it's so large with that double halo. So when you see them, I like them upright like that, just how I like to wear a stud like that. I've got a little, I think we all do. It's like that little bit of length that you get with your lobe naturally. And then, of course, just there's that centered post. And then here's what they look like from a distance, half an inch in there, top to bottom. We'll show them on real quick. And again, we got a great look here. Oh yeah, look at that. There they are on the ear. So you can start to get a little idea of what they're going to look like on you real quick here. So we can go get you a great price, and then we'll make sure they go. But they're not going to be even, oh, they're not $39.99 anymore. And these are natural fancy pinks. If you're lucky enough to have a pink diamond of any kind, if you're lucky enough, I've heard from so many people in the last couple of days that are building sets. They're looking at this as a chance to build that set that they never thought they would get, the coordinating set. Maybe they've got the pink diamond ring and the pink diamond necklace or pendant. Now they're ready to get the earring. Well, this is when you do it with savings like this. Let's take a look at them close up, give you a better price than even half off. They're not even $19.99 for big pink diamonds, almost 10 points a piece. And look at the finishing on the inside. So there you go. Before you ask what the inside looks like, there it is. And we even put it under gallery in a stud earring. That's not typical, but we did. And we're going to make this better than even $1,899. They're $1,888. First caller and only caller. And then you get them down to $1,699 instead. Hey, Kathy, we've got a request for you. Hey, actually, I have a question for Kathy. Does she already have a ring to go with the emerald cut Diaspora earrings? Because if not, there is a radiant cut I was planning on showing tonight that is 14 carats in size, which incidentally is about the size she has in these earrings. Now, Jason, is this your requester there? Is this the specific item, or does she just need a Diaspora earring? You got it. So she has a ring already, I'm assuming, perhaps. Like I said, we're all building sets when things are like practically free like we're doing. Look at this. Oh my, okay, these are those museum stones. We're gonna go back in to the museum category of Diaspora. So let me know if you like the pink diamonds. We gotta move. We've got the most enormous, designer, stunning. Look at that. That's just one of the set here. And let me just, I got to work on polishing these because they were not prepped for the show because they're a request on the fly. But let me go ahead and show you what these look like. First of all, in this item number is 1128400. And again, Jason, just spread the word if she needs a radiant cut that's about this size in a ring. I have one. It would look lovely with the emerald cuts that are here. But yeah, that is not faux. If you're going, where did those pinks come from? Oh, that's why she's wearing that jacket. So they can, no, I'm not standing in front of the earrings. I'm actually behind the earrings. So all that pink and purple and red you're seeing, that's the Diaspora action. That's why these are the museum collection, and we paired two together in 25 carats 12. 25-12 overall, so yeah, 12 carats and a half and then some. And you've got the 94 points in the diamonds in the yellow gold. This is a large drop earring. It's all almost 1 carat, 94 points in the diamonds. And this is really outstanding. Of course, a drop earring in a Diaspora is enormously pretty. Yes, the top of the hour is 22 minutes away. So if you're waiting for that new by the yard collector's piece that we only have so few of. We're going to be showing that at the top of the hour, so get ready. But here is the earring, and that's what it looks like. Look at that from a distance. What do you think of that size? And then, of course, this is the really easy hinged backing. So you open it right up, pop that post in, flip top, done. And then they're still going to be so balanced, because any other earring, if you had another manufacturer that didn't take pride in creating importance in how they're set, that the stones of that size might tend to fall forward a little bit or lean. These do not, and you will see that when I pop them on my ear for you. So you've got an incredible look here. These are like the ultimate high end, of course, to have the fantasy of, it's no longer fantasy, it doesn't need to be any longer. Look at these gorgeous diaspores here, so you can see the color. I just love that they go with everything because of the amazing properties they have, and the fact is that you're not waiting for a incandescent lighting to see the pinks and the reds and the pinks and the purples and the reds and the reds and the reds and the reds, because it's always, every time I look at these, I'm just amazed. I've seen a lot of diaspores, sold a lot of diaspores. Very rarely do they give off the colors that these do. And you still have those kind of a backdrop of champagnes and greens and goldens. So they really do lend themselves to just about anything and everything that you could possibly wear in your wardrobe. And look at that gorgeous balance of that 12.5 karat plus. And we're going to blow them out. They're under $10,000. That would be for one typically. I think that's a great value if we go $99.99 for one earring. Obviously, we're not into the single earrings. We always sell sets and pairs, and we're going to make this even better than $99.99, and identical pieces. I mean, just truly magnificent stones. Let's take a look at them close up and make them better than $8,888. And if you ever needed a time to save a lot of extra, well, it's 10% off. That's the biggest event we're going to do. Biggest sale you can get, and huge savings and bigger savings when you get a little more high-end item. That is for sure, and that's what these are. And forgive me, I cannot get behind it to polish it, which is what they need. They are completely clean and they're outstanding, and we'll make them even better than $8,500. How about $7,999 for the pair? That would be an $800 additional savings, which is pretty incredible. So $71.99 instead. And if anybody wants that but in a ring, I essentially have it except with an extra fancy radiant cut, and it looks like that. So that's my 14 karat in the radiant. See the difference? How it has the extra scissor facets to it. That's really the main difference there between a radiant and an emerald cut. And we have one of those new designer yellow diamond rings, which is a 1 karat 01. We'll see that coming up in a real classic, but that is the earring. If you're lucky enough to own already one of these museum grade diaspores, well, where else are you going to find diaspora, let alone a color like that ×2 in a matched pair set? That is really something special, and you can see right there what they do. This one's going to do the same thing, just it's about getting the right angle here to see those stones light up the way they do when that's already, like I said, you're not waiting for an incandescent light to see the change of color take place, because you've really got some of the brightest. I mean, when you start to get peridot greens out of a diaspora, and that's what I'm seeing there, like a Peridot Paraiba green, a beautiful champagne kind of base color, the reds and the pinks and the purples that come right on through off those step facets. Pretty impressive, and for $72.99, they could be yours right here and now. They are just lovely. All right, so we will talk about, I know those are verifying. We got a new pair of diamond earrings. Speaking of great earrings, we love our good earrings. This reminds me of a ring we had not too long ago. How pretty are these? Look at that stud style. It's like well, remember when we did these with like mandarins and whatnot? We did them with diamonds. One pair only though on those coming up. So that's gonna be exciting. Plus, I might add, there's a new kunzite, and it's our big time 8 karat 14. Look at that. Oh, purple through and through. It's one of the most saturated purples I've seen. Plus, we're gonna get to those diamond hoops that I'm wearing. Last call, 5 pairs on those. And our top of the hour brings us a new by the yard necklace, and very limited it is. So we will see that as well. Now, Jason, are you taking the earrings or no? All right, so those are available to anybody who would like them. So glad we have them to show you. Those are available, and if you need something a little bit smaller, we can see what we have. We may have something a little bit smaller, who knows? And then we do have that diaspora in the radiant if you'd like to get that one as well. That's a good one there. All right, next up, it's sapphire time. Only this sapphire is a blue. It is emerald cut, and look how fabulous that is. What a beauty. That is something special right there. Welcome into Wednesday. We're almost done with hour number 1. I know we're all anxious for that top of the hour, as you should always be here on the top of the hour. We like when you can be with us. We're only here for 3 hours. So we like if you can join us for the whole show, because we like to really pack it in with a lot of great values every single show. But there's a top of the hour, and it's brand new. And when I say brand new, it's not the kind of thing that, oh, we're going to see a lot going forward. We're going to see it one night. And it happens to be tonight. And you only have 17 more minutes to wait and see the grand reveal. So that's coming up. And I know how much we love our by the yard styles. But this is going to be our platinum piece, 11286668. And that is going to be also one of our better mountings, if you ask me. I love the way these are very narrow baguettes that are just streamlined across the sides. So they're extending from the east and west of that emerald cut stone. Then you have the other big diamonds around it. This would be a sapphire at 68 points and then 80 points in the diamonds. That's all together. Put all those diamonds together in one, 80 points there, and you've got a value in platinum. We have got one fabulous piece, and notice how wide the band is. That little bit of ribbing is just done right down that first little bit there, and then here's what it looks like from a distance on. Something about the way these platinum styles are done. They're finished in such a way that they just glide. They glide on and off the hand in such a beautiful way. And there you can see that color. It's fun to see an emerald cut. I talk about this a lot with the rubies, but remember, rubies are a sister to the sapphire. And the same thing applies. You just don't see a lot of sapphires in an emerald cutting. It's very, very rare and distinctive. So this is exciting. And we are very, very proud to bring this down to a great price. It's not even going to be $29.99. You get a better value. It's brand new right now. And Karen, sure, just let me know what you mean by affordable, because we have like probably 18 or 20 different diamond bangles. So if you have a little bit more specifics, Karen, I'd be happy to bring something out for you, like straight row, chevron style, price range, because we can bring bangles as affordable as about $9.99. So yeah, anything there. All right, so here we go. This one's better than $19.99, better than $1,500, our one and only emerald cut sapphire in the blues is right there, and we're going to take it on down to just, you know what, let's make it $1,299. That's it. And we've got, remember the other sapphire we had also got down to that level. That pod parasha is gone. Jason, was Kathy looking for anything else, or just an earring with diaspores? Talk to me. She just wants those, or anything else we should look for? Because I can always make, because you know I'm up here with a notepad and taking notes and all that, right? Because I go back after the show's over and start making stuff. So do you want something smaller? Oh, she doesn't want the halo there. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so, okay, so we can see, should we just remake them then with those stones without the halo? All right, let me see what I can do for her. Can you just write down her last name? Because we have a couple Kathys that watch, so I don't know which one it is. I only have a first name here. So just let me know and I can work on that for her, okay? And we can get back to her. All right, so coming up, let's just do this. It's our last call on these hoop earrings. I'm wearing them tonight. They're beautiful and they're really, really special. And they're going to be shown here in the rose gold first because, well, it's always rare to see a round hoop in a rose gold setting. And I'm going to show you one in the white gold. Now, if you'll forgive me, please, I'm only going to show you one of each for now, just because I want to keep one on for you and also want to show you what they look like on. But 111, another 111, add a number here, 0367. This is going to be a very important, now you know this style probably. There's a lot of you that have probably watched these, maybe owned them, maybe you're wearing them right now. It's been an icon over the years. We've had them for a while. That item number goes back to like 9 years ago when I started. So it's been a long time that we've had this earring because it was one of the first things. Do you know that before I got here, we didn't have a hoop earring? We did not. And I kind of was insistent upon the idea of let's do a hoop earring. And at first there were just some gold hoops. And then I said, no, let's level up. I want to do something in diamonds and I want to bring something really fabulous and really, you know, just still what is now. I mean, back even a few years ago, we weren't always wearing diamonds every day, but that's become more acceptable. And I think that we all need to change our mindset a bit if we haven't already, because if you have good diamonds, I believe that you should wear them. And I don't mean gaudy and I don't mean ostentatious. Those are words that typically have like a negative connotation. I just mean daily diamonds, and wearing good diamonds is really what it's all about. Because there's a lot of ways you could definitely just go out and spend, you know, a couple $1,000s right now and get very so-so diamonds, or right now, I'm going to say something I never thought 9 years ago I'd be saying. Right now, you could go spend $2,000 and buy lab-grown diamonds. And the beauty of this is that we're going to take you right to the top, as we always do. Think of every time you tune into TVON and see that logo behind me. It's like you're taking the express elevator straight up to the penthouse in jewelry terms. You're getting the very, very best. I mean, you can see we're kind of high up. And we really are about that high level of jewelry, no matter what. And, you know, every other network out there, they're going to bring you high and low and high and low and something in the middle and in between. That's not what we do. We're just about high level only. And just because you see something at a great price tag does not mean there's any compromise in the quality, because I don't believe in it. I've spent my entire adult life here talking on live TV nationwide about high-end jewelry. I am not going to stop now, and this is honestly the best place to be if you're looking for those values, because 2 carats 02 in diamonds is what you're getting in this fabulous hoop that to me may look large compared to like our 1/2 inches and our 1/4 inches, but it's actually quite wearable, I would say. You're getting 1.5 inch, which for most of us is something that's considered quite wearable because it's not anything that's interfering with daily wear. It's not hitting your collar or your shoulder. It's really just well done. But it's 202 1/2 inch round hoop, which is the classic style and way to go. Plus you're also getting this gold, which is solid rose or white. You get to choose. And we are going to make this really affordable. But again, it's the last call because they were made 9 years ago. We're going to give you a great price that's existed since then, and then we're going to take that down by 10%. Here's what we have. I have 4 pairs available in the white gold, and I have 1 pair available in the rose gold, and they will not be mismatched as you see them here. That's just because I have the white gold on to show you. So here we are looking for an amazing value, and I know you are. That's why you're here. That's why you stopped in. That's why you're even thinking of us today. You're here for the savings. You're here because I give away jewelry. You're here because maybe you're like me and you're not ready to compromise yet. You're not willing to downgrade yet. You're not willing to go with something that's lab grown that if you ever were to, like, let's say, pass them down, your great-great-great-granddaughter is going to take them in one day to a store and they're going to say, I'm sorry, those are worth nothing, honey, bye-bye. And she's going to go, but my great-great-great-grandmother gave them to me and they're diamonds and they said they were diamonds. And let's just skip all that right now because the reason those exist and are good to exist is because they give you a more affordable price point. But when that affordable price point still does not hold a candle to my value on the real deal that are VS, then I say, we got to talk. That's when you know you don't need to compromise. And that's what I talk about with no compromise. That's what I mean by that. So here's what we're going to do to take them even lower. And this is 2 carats 02. And we are not going to ask that $49.99 new price that you'd expect to see today. It is 2025. I checked and gold was $3,406 today. $3,406 today per ounce. That is without any diamonds. So that gets a little silly. And I know that we're all having to deal with that. And a lot of us aren't willing to throw in the gold towel. Here's how you do it and get an old 9 year ago price tag, except tonight we're giving you the last 4, again, 4 in white gold, that's it, 1 in rose gold, and you get a discount off of that $49.99. However, I am not going to leave it there. That is more, I think, on par with what we may see today if we were to make them today. We have a manufacturing facility. I got to say hello to all of our manufacturers today because we're all here working hard. When you don't see us on TV, we're still all working hard on making this jewelry for you. This is the way to go, though. I'm not making this now until these sell out. And then can you imagine the price may be even higher than that? It is just, there's no excuse not to shop them, especially if you know you love a great hoop that's very classic, very wearable. And let's show them from a little closer perspective as well. So this is how that 1.5 inch looks from a distance away. So you can just see them here very quickly. So you can see how they're going to pair up, if you've got other piercings or not. If you want to have something that's just, again, showing off that love a little length and an inside out, because we did decide to put diamonds all throughout the inside. So why not have a length that's going to show that off like these do? And bright white or rose, that's it. Where else are you going to find rose gold diamond hoops? I don't know of many places you do. Not at least in the real deal fine jewelry. Let's take them even lower than $49 or even half of that at $25 or $24.99. They go lower. This is your last call at this price tag, and they're 10% off today. So no excuse, no need to wait, no need to go ahead and say, I'll get them next month. No, this is now, and they're ready to go, and we're going to take them even lower than $24 or $2,000. They are $19.99. Which brings them an extra $200 less. So you get them for $1,799 per pair. And that is for, you get 2 in your choice of the white or the rose. And listen, it would not be ridiculous to take a white and a rose if you are somebody who likes to have classics in the different gold colors that you desire. That would not be a bad idea at all. So $19.99 turns into $17.99. We got 60 seconds with those, and then we will rock on. And we're going to bring you top of the hour. Get ready. And has anyone guessed? I made it as obvious as possible. A lot of you know everything about me, so I think you probably know my birthstone. But we have got a very special necklace in a color and in a style and in a stone that is one of the most well-regarded gemstones in the entire world. And when we come here, we get you the best origin, the best quality, and we have been collecting enough stones to make this necklace happen for literally years. And today is the day, and it's today and not another day because we have so few to go around. So we have to make it today is the day to get your by the yard in a brand new stone that we have not had before. So looking forward to that. I hope you are too. And we're going to show you, and it is one of the big gems. one of the classics, one that we know about, one that we always kind of think about and want to have in the collection, one of the most well-regarded, amazing stones we can bring. And it's going to be coming up here at the top of the hour, which is in 7 minutes only. So you got a really good chance to pick that up. And it's very limited, which is why I'm giving you the heads up. And if you'd like our diamond inside-out hoops, this is the time to pick those up. All right, coming up, we're on our way to this really rare, this is an unheated and untreated bicolor. And I wish you could see what I was seeing in person, because looking at this in an office in normal lighting, the greens are just as present as the blues and the purples are. It's got a blue green and a purple kind of color to it. It is Tanzenite still, but it is also going to be the Tanzenite that is unheated entirely, so that doesn't occur much anymore. You see almost everything, the process has been for years now that when rough is mined out of this one mine in the world at the base of the Marilani Hills in Tanzania, the first step is heating. They take that rough material, it is heated to get its maximum. Now, for those of you that are going, but it's natural stone, so as most gemstones still from the earth go through a heating process. Almost every single stone you've ever seen or ever owned, and even the ones in museums, most everything is heated. And we do point out when it's not, because it usually does some special things, like this stone. 99%, at this point, 100% of everything that's coming out of the C block, it is heated. So what the heating does is takes that natural blue zoisite and it gives it maximum color. Now, every particular piece of rough is going to be capable of a different saturation level. So not everything can be a blue wing block D, for example, but even blue wings, yes, blue wing block Ds, they are heated. And every other Tanzanite you've seen, with the exception of a rare few. We have not seen anything unheated in the last decade or so. This material is from a couple decades ago, and it is unheated, and that's pretty cool, because what it does by let's say, by omitting one step of the process is actually giving you something extra in the stone that you would not get if you're heating. How does that work? Well, it's just a fascinating trait of this stone. This is blue zoisite, but when you see this zoisite here, you'll notice it has blues and greens. It almost looks like a turquoise color. Think like, do you want to come and see that? Yeah. Think like Paraibas. Think like the Paraiba tourmalines. We know what color that is, right? A blue-green. There's a blue-green element you're getting. I'm seeing it right now very much running east to west on the north and south sides. You see that blue-green mixed in with those purples and those blues. The item number is 112565 2562 rather, and it's going to be our big value. Now, this is one that is a craze. It's popular, it's well known, it's exotic, it's how you take Tanzanite to a more exotic level now, because there's just so little of it. There's just very little in existence that doesn't have heat treatment. So you get here the emerald cut, which showing it off, the clarity, which Tanzanite always has, and then you get this fabulous idea that is going to be oh so impressive, important, and lovely. And what we're going to do is take it down to a really superstar value. This is a huge discount because, well, everything is. Everything is. This is the event where everything is discounted. So you know we got to make this one a discount as well. Take it on down for you, make it affordable. How about that bridge, which gives you a really nice diamond weight around it? You get this exquisite diamond weight, which is also going to be a carat 11, so that's pretty impressive. Carat 11 in diamonds to go wrapping around it in every which way. You get that beautiful look where you're seeing really you're seeing the blues and the greens, definitely, right? You see it, and more so when it's not under these hot spotlights, I must say. Gives you a little more apparent blue and green when you do see it in kind of a typical or traditional light, and you have got quite the value coming your way here. Let's make this really easy. 367 is the size, and of course this used to be $79.99. Now we get to take it a lot lower. Here's what it looks like from a distance on the hand, and you've got really good, again, that bridge mounting is going to be finished on the inside. You've got diamonds in a double row that run underneath it. 4 rows in total, though, just all surrounding. Don't you see it here, though? If I block this light, you'll probably get a little bit better of a sense, too, of the different myriad of colors you get that are coming through there. And it's going to be better than 79, 69, 59. I like seeing the diamonds through it. That's kind of the beauty of showing off the clarity of the stone and then getting the way that you see the faceting showing off. It's like a magnifying glass on the diamonds that are running underneath. And it's not $59.49 or even $39.99. We got a big discount here. Welcome into Wednesday. Hour number 1 is done almost. It means our big top of the hour and our special new collection of our by the yard design, something that's a one and done. Big debut tonight. You don't want to miss it, but this will be even better than even $2,999. And when I tell you they're rare, there really needs to be another word for rare. This is not typical. This is nothing short of amazing because, again, everything that's been mined for the last decade or so has been treated without a doubt. So you just don't see many of these unheated materials. Therefore, you don't get any bicolor nature. You get a little bit, whether it's, you know, a brighter saturation or less, you only get blues, purples, lavenders, anything in that range. This is where you get those beautiful blues and greens as well. And it's not going to be $29.99 either. We're going even lower than that. This one will go. It will go. Here we are, ready to send it on out for better than $28, better than $27.99. We have got just this one. Please don't wait, and it stays in the white gold. I don't think you'd want it any other way. It's the perfect tone with those cooler colors. We're loving that, and we're going to do better than $27.99. We'll make it $2,777 because when you do your math and you get this down, another 10% off, that means you get it for $24.99. That becomes under $2,500 to get that fabulous Tanzenite in the bicolor. What we're calling peacock, sure. I kind of like to call it mermaid sometimes because it almost looks like iridescence when you see those beautiful blues and greens together, all those very oceanic colors together. It really pops. Isn't that fun? And just so rare, so incredibly rare. And for $24.99, under $2,500, you're getting a bridge mounting that should be more. So we've got our big top of the hour coming up. I can't wait to show it to you. It is our top of the hour that is so limited. I know it's going to go very quickly, so please forgive me. We're not going to have enough to go around for everybody tonight. I understand that, but we're doing the best we can. We've been working on collecting these for some time, and that means the stones to make this even plausible. So we are really excited about this one, and it's one of our #1 requests we get. So welcome in. We got about 15 seconds left to go, and then we'll see our big debut, and you're very, very welcome. All right, I'll see if we still have anything for you. Victor, can we check and see if we have any bangles under $1,000? I don't know if they're all sold out yet, to be honest, but we are looking for something for Karen D, and she says she would like to be under $1,000. So I'll see. I don't know. There's certainly some that have sold out in the last couple of weeks, but totally get it. So, all right. Oh, really? Oh, Karen, thank you. She says she misses us when we're off, which is just Monday and Tuesday. So, and Karen, it's my fault because we would be here. They asked me a long time ago when we were changing schedules. They said, how many days a week can you do? It's my fault that we're not here 7 days a week. So we're just doing everything I can do. So I'm here 5. So again, most people in this business work 2 or 3. So I'm Karen, that's my fault. But I know we all miss each other on Monday and Tuesday. I do too. I miss you guys. Luckily, we all communicate via email. You'll love to email me, so that's good too. So we can keep in touch that way. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's our second hour tonight. It's Wednesday night. I know we do. We have Monday, Tuesday off. So remember, Monday, Tuesday off. It's just our weekend here because we're here on the weekends. We are here on Saturday and Sunday. So if you don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights 5 to 8, and then Saturday and Sunday mornings 10 to 1. Those are all Pacific times because we are in the Pacific time zone. We're the only shopping network on the West Coast. So hey y'all. We bring a little West Coast flavor to the whole country. So I know everyone else is on the East Coast, but we're here on the West Coast. So we're so glad to have you with us. We have a great kickoff to this hour. Did we find something for Karen real quick? All right, let me just show Karen. Hold on, come on over, Victor. It's no problem. We will not put you on camera unless you want to be. Don't worry, you think I'm going to like drag you in. I won't, I promise. Real quick request for Karen D. Hi, Karen. So we're just going to show the spangles so she doesn't need to wait, but there's a little mystery reveal coming up here in this top of the hour. You probably all have guessed it, but we have a very special By the Yard collection debut, and it's not diamonds. Okay, here it is, Karen. Good news, average size here, so I don't know what wrist size you have, but this should work for most, okay? Let's take a quick look. This is the only one we have that's under $1,000. So here it is, and this is that gold bangle that's wear on its own or stackable. It's item number 112, 7838, I think. Let me go back and take a look at that. Yes, 7838, and it's in 27 points in diamonds, sections of 3, rib detailing between those sections. Welcome into Wednesday. Oh, I'm getting very excited about this, but it is limited. So you may want to dial in even now, even if you just know you're collecting all the By the Yard collection, because I know most of you have wanted something like this for a while. So we will show that coming up, but here we are. And for you, Karen, if you'd like it, or anybody else, you've got to dial in first. That's kind of how we determine who wins the piece, is who's in first on the phone lines. But this is our bangle at 27 points. It is that somewhat flexible style. I don't mean elastic. You would never catch me caught dead in an elastic bracelet. I'm sorry. That was something, it just reminds me of my youth, like beaded bracelets, friendship bracelets. That's what, I don't know. I feel like I hopefully at 45 years old have graduated past that. I see these women wearing these and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my personal fine jewelry style. So what I mean by flexible is this, like elastic, no. We don't do any elastic jewelry, nothing that stretches, but I mean flexible. So this is all still obviously 14 karat yellow gold. But what I love about it is that it's flexible, so it just makes it easy to put on. You're still gonna clasp it in the back. So you've got an insert closure there, and this is how it looks on. So I do love that you can stack it with your other tennis bracelets, other bangles, your nailed it collection, whatever you'd like to do. But it's also got 27 points right across from one side to the other. That same design goes round and round. And then you can see how, well, there's a little button. So once it's secured, you press that button, it opens up, and then off it goes. So again, you could even, I pointed out before, even if you have a larger wrist, you could wear it as a cuff, and you don't need to actually fasten it. It's not going anywhere, because look, that, I mean, I can move my hand every which way, and you're not gonna, that's not going anywhere, okay? We could do jumping jacks or cartwheels, and it's not going anywhere. It's just a great, again, I like to point out, it's really wearable for every size. All right, so here we go, back to the close-up, and it's gonna be better than even, well, I promised you, we were trying to see if we can do something in a bracelet under $1,000. Here it is, it's $9.99. So that's what we have in gold. Fabulous, and it'll be $8.99 at checkout, I might add. So a bracelet with diamonds and 14 karat solid that is going to be under $1,000, actually under $900. That makes no sense whatsoever, which is what I think makes all the sense in the world. Because if it ain't making sense, it's probably exactly what we need, right? We need fine jewelry to be those crazy, ridiculous low prices right now, and that's what you got. So that's pretty exciting, and that'll be $8.99. So let me know if you'd like that one. It's yellow gold only and for an average size wrist. That means if you're a little smaller than average, you can wear it. I would say if you want it to clasp and close, it should be, you should wear maximum 7 inches maximum. If you're a little bit bigger, you would probably just wear it without it closed in the back. And now we've got our by the yard, our new by the yard collectible. I'm so excited about this. They even gave me one to wear, which I'm very excited about, because I will be buying one after the show if you leave one available, which, let's face it, you will not, because this value is so good, and we're very excited about this. So pretty extreme here. And the last time we made a by the yard piece, I must say it was a while ago. So that's interesting because, well, right now they're a little more complex to make with gold being where it's at. So I'm very, very excited about this next opportunity. So we'll get you set up with it. I'm just putting one on real fast, and luckily, boy, that was easy. I did it without a mirror or anything, so that was easy. Yeah. I would say it's going to be a little big, but it's not going to fall off. If you're, I'm trying to think, what could I replicate that's 5.5 inches? Not even my water bottle. Maybe this can of spray paint. I don't know. What would be a 5.5? I don't think I have anything. I wouldn't say it's going to fall off your wrist. 5.5 is pretty tiny, though. Yeah, that's pretty small. I wouldn't say it's going to come over the knuckle, but it's definitely going to give you a little bit of wiggle room. But again, it's not elastic, so it's not just going to like pare down. But to be honest, 5.5 is really a small wrist, so I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna love it, but you know, it depends on if they like a little wiggle room. But it's not gonna fall off like over the knuckle. That's not gonna happen. All right, let's move on. Let's go ahead and show you the big reveal here. I'm gonna show it on the hand shot actually, because we've got this stand here for you, and then we'll come in a little closer and look at that. I kind of like it far away though for the moment, because you can really see without a doubt what those stones are. And then we can get closer and further and closer and further. But I just really want you to see what this is all about, because this is really stunning. And this is new for us tonight. And yes, over the years, and a lot of you, to be quite frank, have probably given up on us, given up on the idea. And again, welcome, welcome, welcome in. Wednesday night, we're live. Thank you so much. The bracelet's still here if anybody would like it. That's not gonna work for their 5.5 inch wrist, I don't think. So they bowed out. So anybody who like that can take it. Now we are talking by the yard collection. So for a long time, and for those of you that hear me say DBGY a lot, it means diamonds by the yard. It's what everybody does. It's not something we've trademarked. It's not something that only we use. That's a terminology, just like you would say eternity band or hoop earring. You might, if you're ever talking about jewelry, let's say with your best girlfriend, you're at brunch and you're toasting, you know, with your mimosas and you're talking jewelry. You're talking about hoop earring, tennis bracelet, things in solitaire ring, things like that. Diamonds by the yard has kind of developed now its own category. So it's something a lot of people use, that terminology of by the yard. But what we have done is for a long time, we've brought you diamonds in different iterations with bigger diamonds, smaller diamonds, longer lengths, shorter lengths, and really trying to get everybody situated with what they need. Well, this is one of our only options that is something other than diamonds. You've been asking for it for years. We have been working on it for years. Tonight is the night it gets to debut because, well, we have so few to go around, to be honest with you. So 112-9136 is your item number here. It is emeralds, one of the big three. There are three, considered the big three in gemstones, is always emerald, sapphire, and ruby. So this is emerald. And the reason we wanted to go with emeralds is because, well, it's really, out of those three, the toughest one to do in quality. Because rubies are one thing and sapphires are another, and they come from a lot of different sources across the world. But when it comes to emeralds, they have to be, there's an elite level to an emerald, and it's really tough to get them in rounds. So automatically, the fact these are rounds bezel set really gets you high end. But it's also going to be Colombian stones, so the best source in the world, the Muzo mine. And they're very difficult to match. So if it's ironic, because out of all the things you could have chosen, it really is the one that'd be the most difficult to execute well. Because if you don't care about matching or don't care about color matching or great quality, then easy peasy. But I wanted to have this on as I speak to you because, and you'll forgive me, I just put it on without looking, so I didn't get a chance to straighten it out. There are 5 stones. We always do an odd number so you see the middle. You know where the odd stone in the middle is, so it sits and stacks evenly around the neckline. But I wanted you to see this a little different from our diamonds by the yard, because the diamonds by the yard are quite minuscule in comparison to these emeralds. These emeralds are 5 stones, but they're bigger. And the carat weight's not going to count all that much. It's not going to be 80 carats in emeralds, but there are a bigger look than what they weigh. We have to remember that on emeralds, and we're getting busy on the phone lines already. There are at least 88 points. My smallest one, which I have here and here, are 88 points in round Colombians, among 5 stones though. So they're good size stones, right? Very good size stones, almost a fifth of a carat, but they look even bigger. And they're bezel set, so that makes them look even bigger than that. And they're always less dense. So this is why you want to be on the phone lines ready to go. If I told you how few we had, you would not even bother to even call me. You would not even bother going to find the phone. You wouldn't even pick it up. You would definitely not start, because you'd think there's no hope. This is why on Wednesday nights, not only do we have amazing values, but being the start of our week here, as I mentioned, we are off Monday, Tuesday, so being kind of the kickoff to our week together, it is also a time when we put the really limited collectibles. To be honest with you, a lot of people forget. Thank you for not. Thank you for being here. Thank you for not forgetting about us on a Wednesday night. But it takes a while for us to kind of get ramped up every week. So because we're off 2 days, and that's unusual. That's why most networks are in your face 24 hours a day. You can never forget. We don't have the personnel for that. So it's just me. So here's what we do. We give you the most insane values, but it's also where we really showcase the limited items, like this one. Because we could never put it on a Saturday or a Sunday where we've got 10, 20, 30 times the viewership. So we do it a really limited item, which you could call me tomorrow. I'll be here. Friday, I'll be here, God willing. Saturday, Sunday, this is not going to be here. The necklace is too limited and will sell out tonight. And this is what it looks like. And I hope you're noticing we're not close. This is a pretty distant shot we have. And yet you can see how vibrant and how large each and every one of those stones are. So they are big, important stones. Now, this is the Mayberry stone. I realize that only works for 1/12 of you out there on average, but it is a glorious stone that in the best color out there, let me tell you, these are not murky, hazy, dirty, ugly emeralds. I've seen those. I'm not bringing them to you. These are Colombian best that have been hand selected. To be honest, we probably could have made more necklaces. If we were willing to downgrade our quality at all, I'm not willing to do that for you. I will not do that. So here's what we have, an incredible value, only a few to go around. If you want to get more than one, you are welcome to. I'm well aware that during a sale event that's the biggest of its kind, like tonight, we have a lot of people that are doing early holiday shopping, and I recommend that. I advise that. Today is the day. If you know somebody even who's celebrating a birthday in May, which is a long time from now, you still might want to set this aside for them. Or if it's your birthstone, you wear it. Or if you love the idea, let me just paint a picture for you here. If you have our diamonds by the yard, which let's face it is everybody. Everybody watching has some kind of diamonds by the yard at this point. If you have a DBTY, we have added in all the adjustability you love so that you can get it and stack it and layer it with your diamonds by the yard. Oh my goodness, remember we're giving you 16, 17, 18 inches and a lobster claw clasp and a good sized diamond cut chain. So you get all the extras, and this will be the one you have to have. And for everybody who said, can you do some color with your by the yard collection? This is only the second time we have. The only other one we had was Mahenge Spinel, which this would also look gorgeous with too. So you can mix, match, layer, gift, save, whatever you want to do. But every day, I'm not a necklace person, you guys know that because you watch me every day. I'm not a necklace person unless it's our DBTYs, because they're light as air, they're easy to put on and wear every single day, and you can have a fabulous time layering it. Doesn't mean take another necklace off, it means add this to it. And it sits beautifully, and the bezels are gorgeous. I was trying to when I was putting my display together, my stage manager's off tonight, so I was putting the display together myself, and I'm telling you right now, I could barely tell which side was front and which side was back, because the bezels are open either way, so it's really tough to tell. You have to look for the culet. And it's yellow gold only, so the only choice to make is how many do you want. Let's take a look at this big reveal here. It is brand new tonight. It is amazing. Look at that, the gorgeous color, and I just want to stand as at an angle, so I want you to see upright, face to face with those gorgeous stones that you have, all bezel set. There are 5 big stones we did instead of smaller. I love that idea. There's that lobster claw. You can kind of see it peeking around. I'm going to show it to you on in just a moment as well, so you can see how it sits flat. It sits even. If you put it on right the first time around, it's not going to flip or turn that much unless you're really dancing the night away. Let's show it on here as well. I just decided to pop mine on. To be honest with you, I don't even know what length I put it on, probably the 17, just because I kind of just felt around for it, but look how gorgeous that is. And so you see how it's meant to really fill in the neckline. We do this 3/4 style so that you can see with the neckline, it looks as if they go all the way around, does it not? And you see how you've got the 1, the 2, and then the 5 all together. See that? So they're all just evenly spaced, about 1.5 inches or 2 inches apart, and then they go from here to here, side to side. Let's take another close-up look at it. I'm going to be wearing this all night. I love it. We're going to sell them out. I have a feeling. It's a very strong feeling that these are going to sell out very quickly. And so we're going to do better. And by the way, I did a little calculation here. These should be $3,499. Emeralds are a step up from diamonds. Nobody wants to believe that, because we hear so much in the world about diamonds, 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 and diamonds. Let me tell you something. Fine quality Colombian emerald rounds like that are much more expensive than even the best of ES diamonds. I could give you the same exact size in a diamond, and these are more valuable because they're Colombian emeralds. As I mentioned, they're about 1/5 of a carat each. They're about 17.5 points minimum, each and every one. Layer it, stack it, wear it. How many do we have? 2 gone to 1 collar. One collar's taken 2. Somebody else has 3. That's 5 gone right there among 2 collars. Someone has 1 over there as well, and you have 1 as well. So we are already down. We have 7 spoken for already, and they're speaking for them and reserving them at $3,500. Keep in mind that wherever I go for this top of the hour, they are also going to be an additional 10% off. That will save you an enormous amount as well that you want to take advantage of while it's here, while it's available. And yellow gold only. The emeralds, trust me when I tell you, I know there's some of you that love white gold too. I get it, but emeralds look amazing in yellow gold. They look amazing. I've loved emeralds from a very young age because I knew my birthstone long before I was in the jewelry business and had to study gems for a living. This is where emeralds look so good, especially the more powerful they are. If they're lighter, more light, barely they're green, that's one thing. When they're deep, intense, bright, true emerald green, that looks amazing in the yellow. Not to mention yellow is where we're all going right now because we want our gold to look like gold, because gold is really expensive. So we want gold to look like gold. And we're going to do better than even $3,499. We are already busy on the phone lines. I don't want you to wait. I will give you the best price. Operators, if you will be so kind, I have one favor to ask of you all night. Tell me how many you're getting, because if I oversell these, they're going to need to find new hosts, okay? Because this is like big problem time. We have spent years and years and years collecting enough stones to make this quantity, and finally today decided this is all we're getting. So we know it's not coming out again. We know it's not happening tomorrow. We know it's not available in an hour. We know it's not coming back out for Christmas time. We know this is the moment. And does green not go with everything? It's a nature color. Is there anything that green grass and green leaves and green trees and pine trees, think about it. What does green not go with? I always think about Mother Nature. What is the color palette she chose? Mother Nature chooses green for a lot of our most lovely aspects of life. Florals and beautiful trees, and think of all the beautiful greens in Mother Nature. That is when we know it goes with absolutely everything. I always think of it this way. There's a lot of colors of flowers out there. Their stem colors are green. Their leaves are green. Even succulents, even desert florals. You think about cacti and succulents, all those green colors. It goes with anything and everything perfect with hot pinks and reds. I mean, I'm a color girl. I love my color, but I got to tell you, certain colors just go better with everything, and it doesn't mean you can't layer it with your diamonds and keep it classic. Remember, we built in those 3 different lengths for you, 16, 17, and 18, whether you use them or not, but it makes layering a breeze, and you've got your big jumbo oversized lobster claw clasp as well. And it's not going to be, look at that, that is so stunning, those 5 perfectly matched, bright glowing, green, crisp stones. We got to get away from $34.99, don't we? And I will. They're not 34, they're not 3,000, they're not going to be anywhere close to that. You got a big value coming your way, and all you have to do is let me know how many you'd like and layer it with your white diamonds. It'll be stunning. We're not doing 2,000. I'm not even doing $19.99. You're going to absolutely lose it. This is really, really specialty. Enjoy it. It's lovely. You'll wear it every day. It feels light like a feather. You really hardly know it's on, but yet it's giving you such a personality to your already, like, again, whatever colors you're wearing, whatever your colors you're wearing in rings, in earrings, whatever you have on, it works. This works beautifully with it. Look at those stones. And now they're sitting so perfectly, and how you've got that sparkle cut chain as well. I mean, the diamond, look at that, diamond cutting in the chain always looks amazing. Let's go back and let's get it better. I got to do better than, you know what, we're supposed to do. I was supposed to do $18.88. I'm going to skip that. I know we have a Wednesday that we got to really do wows here. We really wow you. I'm going to call it, like we used to say, what's new Wednesday? This is just wow you Wednesday. It's wow you. And if it's the necklace, great, but it's got to be the value too. It's not good enough for me to just have pretty jewelry like, oh, that's pretty. It's got to be a heck of a value, and it's not going to be 18. That should be. We're going to go even lower, top of the hours here. We have so few available, and we're only getting busier on the phone lines as this price drops, as would be expected. So now's the time, and just stock up. There's going to be nothing like it between now and the end of the year. So think what's happening between now and the end of the year. Holidays, maybe anniversaries. Anniversaries, birthdays, holidays, I don't care if your birthday just passed a week ago and you got another 51 weeks to wait. Here's where you treat yourself, because there's nothing else like it in our entire collection and inventory, and it's not 18, 17, 16, or 15. What if we do $14.99 and get them all sold out? And yes, you're taking 10% off. Great news today. You got 10% extra off, and it's not 14 or 13 or 12. I just want to send them all out of here, and we will. It's going to be an instant sellout. I think as soon as we get everyone through on the phone lines, no doubt, if you can get more than one for daughters, sisters, granddaughters, nieces, best friends, whomever. If you're looking ahead to who has that birthday in May, do you see that lobster claw? Look at that lobster claw. Look at just a moment, a little 3 cheers for that lobster claw clasp. I literally put this on without looking. That's not easy to do when you've got stiletto nails, to put something on behind your neck on live TV while you're talking and not looking in a mirror. I was able to do that. Let me tell you, it never would have happened with the spring ring. I did it because it's got a lobster claw. Easy, simple, as amazing as possible. And we're going to do better than 12, better than 11. We are busy. I just hope we have one to go around for everybody who wants one, or 2. Remember, stock up if you can. I don't say stock up. I know I'm not selling like bulk laundry detergent, but it is a stock up moment for jewelry gifting, because very few pieces in jewelry ever or going forward are going to be this price, especially when you're getting something as opulent as a necklace. And it's not even 11. I'm going lower. You can't stop me. You cannot stop my desire for values, and we're going to give you another one, and this is near and dear to my heart because I have taken thousands of requests for years asking for color in by the yard styles, and here it is for only the second time ever. The last one we had was Mahenge. Now we've got something even more well-known and more high-end, and it's emerald, and they're big, and it's not $10.99. Because I was even thinking $11.11 would be cool, but instead, let's go all the way on down and make it $999 and get you an extra $100 off as well. So it's $899, and that way you get as many as you need. Stock up, and you know how gorgeous they're going to be. Every single one is hand-selected to be clean and bright. Operators, do let me know. Just a reminder, please. Please let me know. Even if you're getting one, let me know you have one so I can keep a close eye. 3 over there for Andy's caller. And you've got one as well. Jason, how many? I'm going to ask you. One more over there for you. Jason, how many? Victor, you've got one too. Jason, how many are you taking? None at all, 0. Okay, well, he's got a line lock, but we got nobody getting one. So it's going to be about 60 seconds probably till we sell these out, just based on how many people we have on the phone lines and how many. I'm telling you, this is such an amazing value. And not a lot of people understand emeralds. Emeralds are a complex stone. They are a bit of a mystery, aren't they? They're an enigma. Emeralds are really a mysterious stone. Usually they are dark, cloudy, and opaque, hazy, and cloudy, and no color through them. That is not what you're getting here. And you got to remember that emeralds look double what they weigh. So it looks like you're getting a carat 60 or a carat 70 in your gems because they're all big, gorgeous stones. And they're all, look at that. That's from a distance away. Even when you saw it, I mean, look at those. Like, I'm trying to give you that face-up direct look to each and every one of those 5 stones. You're seeing them all. There are 5 stones because we want to put them where they count. Let's have you pay for what you're going to see. Putting them in the back of the neckline where you're wearing a big collar is probably not going to be something that you're going to appreciate because you're paying for something that you never see. So we put them so they line up perfectly right there side to side on the neckline. Let me show you again. I'll even spread the collar open a bit so you see how perfectly they sit. And how I just adjust, look at this. This is amazing, is it not? How you have them all evenly sitting. So I just put it back a little bit further to kind of replicate what it's going to look like at 16 inches instead of where I had it at 17. And you can really see how beautiful. I'm trying to get the glare off of the, but you can see here they're going from here to here. So that's how they're going to look. From here to here, you got the 5 stones, all perfect. There's no graduation in their sizes, by the way. They're all the same size. They're all a nice larger size. So even if your neckline is more open, you're still going to see those gorgeous stones going from one side to the other. That's how it's designed. That's intentional, and it looks fantastic. So let's take another look at it close up so you can really see the color and the fire and the glow of those stones. Who else is getting them? All right, welcome into Wednesday. Last call is now. 60 seconds. A second one over there for you, Victor, as well. Thank you so much. Who was that?
That was Diane.
Hi, Diane. Thank you. Thank you all so much. This is why you're here live. You have no idea how many emails I send daily that say, I'm sorry that it's sold out. I'm sorry that it's sold out. I'm sorry that it's sold out. A lot of people are, and I get it, it's a busy time of year. People don't always catch the show live. It really is an issue if you miss out. There's a reason we do these shows live. Otherwise, we'd be an internet site where we just put stuff on the internet and let it sit there. Doesn't work with our inventory. Doesn't work with how specialized our jewelry is. It does not work that way. So you have to tune in to get these opportunities on this day or any other. You get once in a lifetime opportunities. This has never been here. It's never been here going forward. It's never been here. It's not going to be here again. So this is your last call to take advantage at $8.99. All right, so we've got our final few seconds. We are literally 2 away from sellout, and then that's it. And sure, Karen, you're welcome. Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's going to be just tough to do like big bracelets, Karen, in today's era in gold for under $1,000. Yeah, I'd love to give you 8 carats in diamonds. I know. So if you'd like the DBTY, if you need to see that again, please let me know. And we don't need to be a guilty pleasure, Karen. I think we are just a pleasure. I don't think there's anything to feel guilty about. I really don't. I spend more on handbags than this jewelry costs, so I know that I don't feel guilty. And I don't feel guilty because I know that I work hard. So I know that if there's something I want, I say, you know what, you deserve it, because I know that, I'm a responsible human being and I'm an adult. And so as long as I'm, supporting my family and, giving them what they need, and I'm still allowed to treat myself. So I think we are like the pleasure. I know Karen just said, you're my guilty pleasure. I really think that we are just hopefully, because I look at it, if I was buying jewelry on Rodeo Drive, then I feel guilty. And I've done that. And I feel guilty to this day. And that was years and years ago. I've learned better. Obviously don't need to anymore. But hopefully we're just that pleasure where you get whatever you need in fine jewelry, or just even those pieces that you didn't think you needed. But when something comes along, you see it and you know it. You just have to have it. And hopefully that I'm really working hard here to make these values. I mean, against all the odds, it's more difficult to make jewelry affordable than it ever has been before. I can speak for 25 years of doing this every single day. I am telling you right now, it's really tough to make these values happen. You probably know that, which is why you're here, because otherwise you could be shopping anywhere or watching anything. But you know that. And how we do this, I know I get that question every day. You guys are blowing my mind. I get it from my own literally competitors in the business, which I don't like that term, but you know, the people that I know in this business, when you're in this business for a long time, we know each other. It's a very small business. I know everybody on the networks. I've met them all. I've worked with a lot of them. They know who I am. We know who they, listen, it's a small little business. It really is. And there's fewer than us of ever before. I mean, there used to be like umpteen places to shop on TV for jewelry, not anymore, because only the good survive. And honestly, when you have a friend or really a family member in the business, and that's how we regard our TVON customer base, is like family. You're not clients, you're not customers, you're family. And we do treat you like that as far as, again, the sincerity in what we bring, our amazing dedication to bringing you really fine, the work and the effort that's put into every last piece, the time and love and care into building these pieces here on site. But it's also about giving you the price tag as if you are a family member. If your family is in, I don't know, pick an industry, dentistry. If your dad's a dentist, or your brother's a dentist, or your sister's a dentist, you expect to get a good deal, right? You expect to get in when you need to, and you expect a good deal on your teeth whitening and all that stuff, right? It's just like, again, anyone who's if you're in a family, we treat our families well. We regard you as our family, and we really work our what's off to bring those values in a jewelry era where it is literally getting tougher and tougher by the minute to give these values and to give jewelry away like this. So it's just a huge moment. So Karen, I appreciate you watching, and thank you for all your kindness and your kind words. And yes, think about that DB2Y if you need to see it again. We did have a Diamonds by the Yard triple bracelet earlier, so I know that was before a lot of you tune in, because I know we start really early these days. I'm right there with you. It's really early, so I get that. So here's what I had earlier tonight, and this is why, again, this is the bracelet. Now that's all one bracelet. You have to understand that is our triple bracelet. So it's 3 rows all soldered together at the bezels. So that's a way you get a stacked look. Now that was also the same price as the emerald necklace that you're seeing. So that's our white gold only. I have 2. I think they're both still available, and that's just a function of not a lot of people are here early in the show. And so we don't get a lot of people joining us till another like 30 and 45 minutes from now. So here's where we get 72 points in diamonds, and that's going to be the layers of 3. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different rows of 3 before your insert closure. So 6 times 3, okay, we know. And you've got that beautiful look, and that's going to be only $9.99 for that bracelet, which is 3 in 1. So when you think about it, it's like getting $3.33 per bracelet, except today you've got that 10% off. So that's $8.99 divided by 3. That's actually $2.99 a bracelet, by the way. So something to consider there, that you're getting that bracelet for $299 a strand, essentially. Does that make sense? It's just a crazy good value. And what's up there, Jason? Hi, Cindy. What's going on in Oklahoma tonight? I know, Cindy. It's not even, did you see that, Victor? It's not even the season. This is what happens when you win the chip. She's excited already about October. She's like talking Thunder basketball. Hey, Cindy, I'll say go OKC when October gets here, but right now we need to see LGM, okay? Because it's baseball season. That's the only team, like the only professional sports that are going on right now in the big 4. So yeah, but come on over to baseball. And then we can start in October. I'm ready too, Cindy. I'm ready for her. She's so excited. Well, that's the thing. You get to celebrate all the way until next June. You're the champions until next June, when maybe you repeat. Who knows? Cindy, thank you so much. All right, let's move on. Let's go back up close. And look at that. That is, and Victor, you're not sporting any NBA stuff today at all? Come on, we got to get you in some baseball stuff. Oh, wait, he does. I knew you did somewhere. Okay, good. That's nice. He does. He has his Kobe slides on. All right, good. All right, so here we go. That's going to be, let's see, that's a kunzite. Isn't that gorgeous? It's more purple than I know we're used to the great kunzites here. We're used to great neons, but that is a lot of purple in that stone, isn't it? Something special there. So that's going to be, okay, we got an 814. I love it. 9116 is the number here. 9116, digging it. I'm liking the color. That is really good. 814 plus 1.5 carats in diamonds. We do only have the 1, by the way. And hey, I'll be wearing that Emeralds by the Yard. So our EBTYs, that's even easier to say. DBT, EBT. All right, so we got the EBTYs. If you'd like the Emeralds by the Yard, check with your operators and see what's left there. And then let me know if you want the triple Diamonds by the Yard bracelet, because that's the same price as the necklace, and that would be a great match pair. But here we are, and we've still got more to show you. We're only halfway through the show. We got 89 minutes to go. So lots and lots and lots here. But this is the one and only big kunzite, brand new right now. 1.5 carat in diamonds. Let's show you the finishing on the inside. That looks so stunning that way. And then you've got all that gold. That's in white gold. You can change it if you'd like to. So good news there. That is some serious color. I don't have any others to show you because I want to compare. They're so, we always have these really good neons, but usually there is a lot more pink, and this one's just like a pure neon electric purple. Oh, by the way, here's a little something coming up this weekend. Tell me if you think that is not the prettiest yellow diamond band. I know we've had some really good yellow diamond bands, but those, I mean, they're like radiance. They're so stunning, and it's that stacked band. It's the biggest one we've ever had. We'll go back to the kunzite. I just want to show, I was a little flash. Don't get too excited. It's not till Saturday, but I do want to try to get you all ready because I know every night we have different people tuning in, want you to know what's coming up as the special of the weekend. So looking forward to that. But here we are with a major moment on our kunzite. Let's get this one out the door, shall we? And it's a really good style. Plus, I'll even have a yellow diamond heart-shaped pendant coming up this weekend. It's really affordable, very much so. So we're looking forward to that as well. But right now, it's going to be all about this kunzite. Let me try it on for you as well. This is so, look at this. Look at that. It's a stunner. That is a stunner. See, I'm wearing a lot of pinks. You don't see any pink in this kunzite. It is pure purple. It looks like a purple sapphire a little bit, or like if you ever found like a really intense purple diamond. It's got the glow. It's got the neon. The finishing's amazing. And we're going to send, look at that up close. I mean, that is perfection. Or is it perfection? It's perfection. It is perfection. Perfection. And we got pear-shaped white diamond earrings too, by the way. So we got a lot to get to tonight. And you don't think the top of the hours are over, do you? We are 27 minutes away from the next one. And Emeralds by the Yard, still here. EBTY's still here, like I'm wearing. So if you need one of those, you get on the phone lines now, because that's going to be sold out before probably the top of the hour gets here, which is when our next big special is. And there's big Tanzenite here and lots more. And your requests are welcome too. But this is the fabulous kunzite. Take a look at it. It's going to be a really big markdown from $79.99. I know, it's brand new. We're going to make this even better than even, no, $79 can't do that to you. It's a Wednesday night. Let's wow ya. Let's make it better than even half of that price. $4,000 we're not going to do. It's not $39. It's going extra, extra, extra low. We got to give these values and give jewelry away. How about $35? No? 814 in size, 1.5 carat in diamonds. Are we really loving the fact that this is one of the biggest diamond weights we do? And yet a signature style, but built around the pair. Sometimes the signature styles are more around the oval. This is even bolder and better, and let's make it even better than 35 or 34. Oh, we got one. And we're going to see if it's gone already, because it's not even 34 or 33. Let's go. $32.99. You know why? Because after 10% off, that's going to be under $3,000, so it's even less than $29.99, and that's how we like to roll. So after your discount, that'll be $2,969. Oh, and by the way, there's a yellow diamond, one of the most classic styles that we have ever brought you in, a yellow diamond. Coming up, it's a classic designer style. Looking forward to that. Oh, and we need to bring out that diaspora pendant. Remember the one I told you about? That we had that one big one that everyone was going crazy for a couple days ago. We're going to bring you a diaspora pendant tonight. So that's going to be on the way. Let me know who's got this one. $29.69. Are you kidding me? All right, so let's move on to this yellow diamond, because this is one of those great designer classics here. It is a one only. It's a brilliant cut oval. Ovals always look bigger than they weigh. Hasn't there been, let's see, where did I hear about oval diamonds of late? Oh, well, unless you've been living under the proverbial rock, you've heard a little something about a 37-carat oval diamond that was given from a very famous athlete to a very, well, now famous woman. 37 carats in a diamond. And the thing, most of the response across the world in the last couple of days has been, who on earth would wear that? It's like wearing a meteor on your hand. Now, of course, I would. I'm not just saying. I don't think I would have a problem with it, but then I have a very large hands. So 37-carat diamond, as predicted, that was millions and millions of dollars. But one thing I was noticing, and no, I do not have a 37-carat diamond to show you tonight, and I will alert you when I do. But there's been a lot of talk about this very big celebrity engagement ring, which we live in an era where there are very large celebrity engagement rings until they are not. Do you ever wonder what happens when the engagement is no longer or the wedding is no longer? I don't know what happens to them. But I hear that usually they're kept. Either way, point is there's something about the oval. The oval's happening because the two really, really big diamond engagement rings that were given of late, one was, you know, by the second or third wealthiest person in the world, to a gal that I used to work with, ironically. She's wearing a big oval now, and now the newest celebrity engagement is a huge 37-carat oval. Why do you think a lot of these folks are doing ovals when they're already getting a big diamond? It's not like they're going, well, I really want my 20-pointer to look bigger. They're getting 37-carat stones and yet oval. Well, the reason it looks so big, because again, a lot of people commented, wow, it's a lot to wear, and it is. It's because it's an oval. It's even bigger. Yes, go ahead, Jason. Oh, good. Who got it? Catherine. Congratulations, Catherine. It's a beauty, so enjoy it. And so the Kunzite is gone, and now we get to talk about this fantastic yellow diamond oval. 1128831 is the item number, but I also love that we did it very classically here. This is not the kind of style that has a lot of extras, even though it does, and let me just explain, there are still really good sized diamonds around a double halo, but it doesn't have a lot of extra taking away from what is a beautiful carat 1 center, which is really, if you ask me, one of the important ways to go because, well, it's over a carat, so that makes it hitting that magic kind of, think of it like a hurdle. Like once you hit the 1 carat mark, you go way up in value. You have 9 points of yellow diamonds beside it and then 28 points in the white diamonds, which is going to be that halo. And did you notice the big pear shapes on the sides? So those are some bigger white diamonds that you have on either side. Just a nice little addition because I think it does. It really adds a little extra special something when you have those extras because a lot of double halos are going to stop right there and it just breaks right into the band. And that looks a little kind of simple to me. I love that they added the pear shapes, which really does the wow factor. Okay, so we're ready. We're ready for a big value. We've got 18 karat gold here. It's that upgrade in the gold, which I think is so fantastic as well. So you get that big upgrade there, two-tone, so everything matches everything. Diamonds match the gold, gold matches the diamonds. We're happy. And now we've got a huge value, but this is a little different. We like to bring these really opulent halos, sometimes a bridge. This is really from an outside, well-known designer that when I had them to debut, boy, were they popular. They were all one of a kinds, but there was a wheel of 4 slightly different ones. And how pretty is that? And I'll tell you, you could go out and that looks like something that somebody paid in the 6 figures for. And remember, it is a natural of the earth diamond. We cannot forget those things, even when we're talking about these really unusual, fancy, exotic colors like yellows. We cannot forget that that is from the Argyle mine, which has since closed, and that it's brilliant cut, which adds something to it, definitely. And then you've got the oval, which is presenting to the eye much larger. That and the extra feature, which is really having the yellows paired up next to it, having those two together like that, having your bigger oval, and then adding that perfect border that matches, you know what that does? Well, the eye is visually looking at the whole perimeter. So it's looking at not just the yellow diamond, but the halo around it. So it's another trick to giving you a larger look so that everyone's looking at it going, is that a 3 carat? Is that a 4 carat? It's actually the 1 carat, which is still substantial, but it also gives you a bigger wow factor that if it were a 3 or 4 carat, well, can you imagine how much it would be? A lot of moolah. Let's make it really, really affordable right now. It is down from $7,999. Down much lower in price to this incredible value, and it's one only, stays as is. We'll size it for you, but that's down to $29.99, which you don't see anymore. And then, of course, $300 extra off that as well. So $2,699 as we get ready for about 20 minutes away from our next top of the hour, which will be, well, we've got 2 choices. We've got a Tanzenite that's 5 carats. We also have a fabulous diaspora pendant that's coming up, but I think the diaspora pendant's going to come up next because it's also very limited. So we'll be ready to show that to you as well. So lots of exciting things are happening. And if you need an Emeralds by the Yard necklace, please dial in and get that now before they're completely gone. And then we have this yellow diamond here. And then don't forget also those triple Diamonds by the Yard bracelets, the unheated Tanzanite, the bangle bracelet for $9.99, my hoop earrings, the 202s. They're under $2,000. Actually, they're under $1,800. We've had so much great jewelry, and this comes to be the time when I just got to tell you the inside track if you're not familiar. At 7 o'clock, when the top of the hour hits, that's pretty much when everybody starts to tune in. And with the technology of today, usually you can take a quick look at what's been in the show and start to grab pieces. I'm just telling you what happens every Wednesday. 7 o'clock hits, and all the pieces that are here right now from earlier tonight start to go. This happens without fail every single weeknight. So if there's something you're thinking about from earlier in the show, please pick it up now before the race, like the whole thing gets real busy, okay? So let me know. All right, so here we go, $29.99, here comes the pendant. This is really brought to you as a customer by popular demand. Couldn't bring you the exact round that I had the other day, but brought you the next best thing, which is a diaspora, which is also got the diamond right above it here. That's gonna be item number 1129124. And it's going to be a real quick, easy one here. Now, what is so incredible, we did see some very large earrings that weren't even planned for the show. They were requested. They were here earlier. They're about 25 carats of diasporas, and they were that museum quality. Remember? The huge emerald cuts. Well, this is giving the same color, but in a stone that's going to be, let's see, 1 carat? Yeah, 1 carat 31 on the pendant here. That's a minimum. There are only a couple available. This is going to be a really good time to get on the phone lines early. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, you do get to choose. And again, as most things are on Wednesday night, if I have more than one, it is still limited. It is very limited. So this is an important time to pick up whatever you'd like, especially if it's in the diaspora, which is rare. First of all, one source in the world, okay? So there's that factor, the one source factor, and people are starting to dial in already. So this is what I've been telling you about since the beginning. Told you there was an affordable diaspora. It is now. It will not last more than 60 seconds because that's how few I have to go around. Victor, whenever we get a chance, can we turn off the wind machine? Thank you. Really done with the hair blowing everywhere. It's very distracting. But here we go. But the light's happy. That's good. So here's our diamond. There's one diamond right above. I don't have a carat weight. I'm not charging you for it. It's free, okay? Free diamond. Tell a friend we got a free diamond there in that pendant. And we get to bring you the choice of gold color, the white, the yellow, the rose. Yes, you could even choose rose gold. I wouldn't, but you could. And here's what we're going to do for price tag. Amazing value. You just simply dial in. What can I say? It is going to be downright affordable. And I think $9.99 would do it, and that'd be lovely. And we could all say, yes, we can get a huge diaspora, and we can get a great one-source stone, and a phenomenal gem, and a color-changing gem, and all those things that really make diaspora so wonderful. And you're not even going to spend $9.99. And this is before the discount. Make sure you get on the phone lines. Take as many as you need. It's another opportunity like the Emeralds by the Yard where you could get more than one and save them for holiday gifting or save them for any occasion. Come on over and take a look at it. We're going to do something wild here, and it's not going to be even $499. That is half. We're going even lower, ladies and gents. We are ready to shop a sale, a discount, a moment. Here's your chance. Yes. Thank you. Who got the yellow diamond? Mary, enjoy it. It is fabulous, absolutely fabulous, and you will look like a rock star. Okay, so now we get to talk about better than even 4,000. That is a Freudian slip right there in jewelry shopping. Should be $4,999, it's not. Should have been $999 here tonight, and it's not. And now you get a better value. Slip it on your favorite chain, including Diamonds by the Yard. That, what we call the rabbit ear bail, is going to be a classic. It works with most of our DBTYs. You could probably even pop it on that emerald piece if you wanted to. It is just a fabulous look all the way around. Carat 31. This is that one source stone. That's really the talk of all the trade shows. We've been seeing that now for a while. It's been like every trade show, there's like these cyclical events, and yet this has been around for a little while, but it hasn't really made its way to the trade until more recent years, and now the trade is loving it. So that means the trade loves what the consumers love. So when we are trying to supply our whether it's customer base or whether it's online or whether it's a lot of different vendors that are trying to make for another large incorporation, well, this is really where you get something that is beloved and really talked about and touted, but not always available wherever you shop. We're going to make this extremely important here. It's not going to be $499, and I would definitely dial in if I were you, if you'd like to get one, because obviously diasporas are limited, and we really just, again, have selected that bright, clean material here. Take a look at it on. I always like to give you the measurement and show it on the neckline so you get all the, the familiarity you need to make sure that you're making a really good purchase and to make sure you know what to expect. It's not huge. It's meant to be worn all the time, every day. 5/8 of an inch, top to bottom. Here's what it looks like on the neckline, and there's a little peek at our emeralds by the yard as well. But you can see, interestingly enough, and this is such an important perspective to see it here, is because it looks very different in color when I'm standing here in darkness rather than when it's in the spotlight. And that's the beauty of, we talked about this earlier, sometimes you see more golden or green, sometimes you see more champagnes, sometimes it's about pinks and purples, and that's the beauty of a phenomenal gem like this. And the good stones, like this one, you don't need to even wait necessarily to see it in an incandescent light. You get that color right there. And we're gonna take it down below $499. Let's make it $399 instead. $399 and send it on out. Oh, thank you so much. First one gone over there. Only 2 left. 3 to go around. The first one is already spoken for. And then diamond earrings. We have the new diamond earrings. Wow. These are just, they look like a floral meets a lily pad. Look at that. That's one of our, I wouldn't call it a stud. It's a really good earring. Close to the ear, yes. Oh, we got a big value on a Tanzenite drop earring too. Who has it? Oh yeah, we've had so many of you looking for Tanzenite drop earrings. I've got a new style. Yes, they're fancy cuts, but they are new. And they are so well priced. Wait till you see these, as expected with a sales show like this one. All right, last call, $399. By the way, you get $40 off. You want one too? Thank you so much. All right, one left and then they're done. Almost gone. And let's not forget that your price tag actually you're paying is $359. Also, there is a fancy cut. This is the fancy cut Tanzenite earring, rather. Look at that drop. Wow. All right, last call, one left. Pendant. You've got it? Thank you. And then there is a Paraíba. Do have a Sapphire heart shape. That's not something you see every day. Are we feeling the love for the greens? I know we loved our emeralds by the yard. Look at that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sapphirite's not usually that color. That looks like Paraíba. Neon, bright, amazing. We got to show that. That's a great value too. All right, so we'll get you a heart-shaped Sapphire. You know how usually they're a deeper, darker green? We have got a bright, that's like mint Sapphire. That's a really good one. Okay, so let's show these drop earrings because we go from pendants. Still call us. We've got one left, I do believe. This is the new drop earring in Tanzenite with that fancy cut. Look at that. 112. This would be 8391. Look at that earring. And this is, get ready. We have seen some incredible price tags lately. I have been going lower, and it doesn't matter if it's brand new. Still brand new and still discounting. Our best of the best museum reserve. Well, a lot of people say, what does museum reserve mean? Well, I thought it sounded pretty obvious, but it's reserved for a museum. I know it's a little unusual to hear that at a shopping network, but isn't shopping network just run-of-the-mill plastic jewelry? Oh no. Yes, in some places, yes, but maybe you haven't met TVON. Welcome into the fine jewelry. We are the fine jewelry. We are like the best of the best to think couture level on TV, bringing it to you 3 hours a day, 5 times a week, 15 hours a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday morning. We are here with you right here. And this is a huge carat weight. You're getting an enormous 12 carats 10 total, 6 carats plus in each. Of those fancy cut blue wing block D, they are reserved for a museum unless you decide to take them first. That's really what this means. They are headed out to a museum, but the problem is you're taking most of them, and you should. It's a great idea if you can. Take a look at this, because then they don't go to the museum, they go to you, and you decide, do you want to lend them out? More than welcome to if you want to, or you can just wear them and feel like royalty. And here they are. And keep calling on those pendants. Let me know if anyone wants the last pendant there of that diaspora. But here we go with the 1210s, and the diamond weight is 18 points here. That's going to be minimal, but still throughout the front of the hoop and then down at the base. So really showing off just the base of that stone there. You see a few diamonds added in to the base there. It looks lovely. One pair, of course, and get ready for, well, I have been doing terrible things. Terrible things only if you work for TVON. Really good things if you're a viewer, a shopper, or a collector of Tanzenite. I have been doing crazy things lately on Tanzenite. I got a little bit motivated based on what last week, it was actually a week ago tonight, I was standing up here, was it a week ago Thursday? It was Thursday. It was, yeah, last Thursday. I was standing up here and live on the air. A lot of you told me what someone on TV was doing with a great price per carat on low quality Tanzenite, so I beat it. And I've kind of carried that through ever since. And it's like every Tanzanite I've been showing you since then, we're doing the same thing. Our old prices, which were amazing, they're going even lower on best material, not having to settle for light washed out blues, instead getting an intense, bright, dark, saturated purple, red, and blue, and you get it right here. And this is what it looks like from a distance. Oh, how stunning is this? And then the length. Let me show that to you. Here's the length of the earring, not too dramatic, about 1.25 inches there, top to bottom. I'm going to try one on, but after I show you the closure, because it's real complex. That was real tricky. You just boop and bink, and that's it. It's a boop and bink situation, okay? All you do is literally flip down the lever back, put it on, flip it up, no mirror needed. No assistance, no help, just on they go. There they are looking fabulous. And we have got one special way to get you the savings of a lifetime, and it's going to be also obvious. You're going to be able to sit here and do the math and figure out how incredibly affordable I have made these earrings right here tonight. Let's go back up close. And I'm sorry, that just looks like a fabulous, you know, I know that a lot of people shy away from the fancy cuts because, oh, well, it's not exactly what you have in a ring. It goes with anything you have in a ring, regardless of the cut, because you have the color saturation. I don't think anyone, I think a lot of people, I hear from most people who want to coordinate, not match exactly, because then it looks a little more high end. If it looks like it came in a set of, you know, a box set of 3, that to me kind of cheapens the look a little bit, you know? Like you see those sets out and about where it's usually costume jewelry and it's like, here's your earring and your necklace to all match. And okay, that looks like $39.99. Somewhere in a little box set. This is where coordinate the colors, because you, I think, want to have the best of the best throughout your collection, color-wise, but you can still mix and match your sets, and that's what this allows you to do. And it is going to be a spectacular value right here, right now. Big value time is here, and we are going to send them out because the $16,999 is not going to do it. And we know that, especially on a Wednesday with the last hour still to come. So you get a better value, and we take it even further than even, forget about $6,999. Forget about that. Okay, you got it. We're ready. Thank you so much. I'm getting bombarded with messages. We got a lot of requests coming in. Good. I mean, Kathy in New York says she's loving her Tanzanite. Here's what I'll do. It's $5,999. You got it. $5,999 plus you get an extra $600 off that price. So we're living right tonight, because you know what that means. You know what's going on here. We have got $59.99. You take 10% off. It's going to be $53.99 That, by the way, if you divide that by 12 carats 10, that's $446 a carat. I am just applauding this per carat price that is happening right now. We've got a beautiful yellow diamond earring to show as well that I don't know. Shall I set these up close? Because they don't necessarily always like to sit on their own, but I'm going to help them out, and we'll see if we can give it a try, because top of the hour is on the way, and I do want to show you something truly, I know. So this just got a major, major, major whistle from Tony. And now I need you to do it again, because look at that. There's some skill there. Okay, now nobody breathe, because that one's there, and I'm going to try the other one on. They are an identical match, obviously. It's 1128281, and this is a prize. It starts with a bigger yellow diamond in the middle, and then just keeps going and keeps going. There's actually a cushion cut in the middle, and then round brilliants that are huge the rest of the way until you get to that fine border, which are done in the white diamonds. I'm going to show you from a distance. This is also a lever back style, and they will be 8281. So the total weight here is incredible, but first of all, they are 18 karat solid gold. So you are getting, which I find highly important with an earring, as you know. So 18 karat solid, two-tone, white and yellow. Your length is going to be 1.75 inches, top to bottom. You also have a diamond weight here, and I'm going to break it down because remember there are those important center stones, cushion cuts right there in the middle. So the cushion cut total weight is 87 points, so they're just under a ½ carat each. As we take a look, because you'll see it close up here, how there's that cushion center. And then beyond that, you're getting 453 of natural yellow diamonds around it. And yeah, I know. And then 98 points beyond that. So just your yellows, just alone, if we combine all the yellow diamond weight, that's 540. You add 98 points to that, it's going to be 638, and this is what they look like on because they're breathtaking. And they have great finishing as well. Take a look. Oh, I love these. Yeah, this is, we're talking my speed here, no doubt about it. Sorry, my earrings are all tangled up from trying on earrings all day, but look at that. And they sit properly, and they don't flop. They don't fall forward. This never turns the wrong way, although if somebody saw you from behind, they have a great finished undergallery, which I'll show you. And they are two-tone gold, again, nothing but 18 karat, and they're not heavy. I know I have a very stretched out piercing. My apologies. I know I need to get that fixed. I'm sure there's somebody who can do that, but not one for plastic surgery, so so there we go, which is why I got all these lines on my forehead. But take a look, take a look. Let's go ahead and get you a really, really, really big value. And here's that inside finishing. Look at this. Look at that. That's the back. Here's the perfect matching from the front. I'm just going to try not to play dominoes up here because I really don't want them to fall. And I really want to bring this one up a little bit forward so you can see them each at the same time. This is really one of our, I mean, wouldn't you say all-time best? I'm seriously thinking that's all-time best. Yeah. Does she love them? Does she want a great value? Does she know that they started at $38,999? And I'm bringing them down to $9,999. And you get $1,000 off. And that's $89.99. And I'm sorry, when the majority, the vast majority, and they may be gone, when the vast majority of those diamonds are yellows, like 540, that's incredible. Really, and really special. Thank you so much. They are sold. I am going to show you one more thing before we get to our top of the hour, because we still have 2 minutes. So let me move those aside and show you this fabulous heart shape. I flashed it, and now we just got to get a closer look, because it is a heart-shaped perfect. Look at this. Sapphire. I know. It looks more like a Paraíba. It really does. Seriously, I'm going, what is going on with the Sapphire? I'm not really one for Sapphires typically. It's terrible to say, but I'm just not. I just think that I would probably go with emeralds typically. But this is not even an emerald color. It's so much more bright and neon than that. And I am just totally digging this cut. It's a heart shape, 1128210. I mean, that's just rare. I'm also not into heart shapes, but look at it, for those that are, it's a true heart shape, which I can count on literally one hand the number of heart-shaped sapphirites I've had and still have fingers remaining to count other things, because that's amazing. It's 1128218, and enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. If you do get the Tanzanites, by the way, $446 a carat on those Tanzanite drops. Yep, there are some really outstanding drop earrings here tonight. But that is my Sapphire. It's 165 in the heart shape and 84 points in diamonds and finished on the inside. So now it's like it's a take. It's like that medium size of that signature style that we do, that we love. And we're going to bring it down far, far away from the whole $4,999 that it should be. We're going to take it significantly less than that right here and now and get you this value. Yes, here's the inside undergallery I was speaking of. So there you can see even that brightness from behind, how stunning that looks. Here we spin it back around to look at that beautiful stone. That cutting is precision. Did you notice the like Superman cut of the table facet as well? Very, very important. And we'll take it under $3,000. Not even $29.99. We've got seconds left till our top of the hour and our Tanzanite that is coming out to play. And this one will be better than $29, $28, or $27. Let's take it all the way on down, $26.99 plus your discount, 10% off while we still have it, which will not be long. So this is amazing. Just really, truly amazing. It really is. And $26.99, by the way, comes down significantly less. Of course, you've got $24.29 as your checkout price. Okay, so it's top of the hour. We have 1 hour left. on our Wednesday. This one's got to go on the hand here really quickly to kind of complete the presentation and see who's got it. Everything's going, and we know why. The discounts, they're happening. This is, I can't say enough about this. That's just not typical Savaray color. It's just not. That's really something special right there. $24.29 on that one. Okay, so we'll talk top of the hour. We have our first Tanzenite of the night. Yay, we got it. Well, besides the earrings, I'm talking rings, and we've only got one ring tonight. It's kind of getting down to the wire here as far as what we have left in Tanzenite. Certainly is getting very limited. What I'm so fascinated by is the makeup of this ring. It just really is something. And we still have a lot of great pieces from our first couple hours, especially mainly the first hour. Hour number 2 has been very busy, but our first hour still have some gorgeous pieces to consider, if you will. Now, if you missed any of the first hour, you're recapping, let us know if you'd like to see me present anything again. We can be happy to do that for you, but welcome on in, everybody. Happy you're with us on this Wednesday. It's always nice to have your company. Thank you for being here. We do have only 58 minutes left to go, though, in our Wednesday night, so really time to clean up all these values. We can recap anything you'd like to see again, and we do have our first look at our big Tanzenite. It's our 5-carat 02. It's an emerald cut stone, and I actually wanted to show it to you from this angle, from across the room, because that stone is something else. That stone is amazing. Oh, and by the way, we had emeralds by the yard last hour. If you missed it, I do believe there are 2 left, only 2 left, probably not even worth another presentation, but 2 left on the emeralds by the yard. First time we've seen that, okay? Let's get over to our wheel here, because I'm going to show you this Tanzenite right there. Woo-wee! Now we are talking. I don't know about you, but the reason I wanted to show it from a distance away first was because I think the stone looks so much larger than what it's weighing, and that's what I wanted to really share with you first. It's a 502. I mean, we even have to zoom back. Look at that piece. Item number here is 1129058. What a piece. What are we thinking of that? I'm not even having to touch it. Usually I have to kind of move it and maneuver it and finesse it a little bit to make sure you see all the colors. This one is just boom, right there. All the reds are coming through. Now, centering it up a little bit and showing you this absolutely classic mounting. Seriously, look at that. Facing right up to your eye level right now, which is not really exactly where it needs to be. And it's showing nothing but neon reds coming through every single side facet. It is also a 502. I know it doesn't look it. I know. It really, I agree, it does not look 502. It looks larger. But it is a 502, so we're going with it. And it's got 71 points in diamonds, the perfect amount. It's what it takes. It's got to go all the way around. We made it classic here. We made it completely classic with the halo design, the diamonds down the shoulders as well. And take a look at that. Love it. Even the glow that it's casting underneath. Wow. Is that, I mean, that's a powerful stone when it's able to translate and reflect and show off its color beyond the stone itself. You're looking at a great kind of beaming look here. Just is divine, isn't it? And this one, well, it's our first Tanzenite ring of the show tonight. It also happens to have a big hefty price tag, as it should. It's museum reserve. Obviously, we don't like to charge you necessarily for, well, let's see, how do museums charge exactly? Oh, yet they don't. They don't have anything for sale. But when it's put aside, and remember, this all started about 6.5 years ago when we had the collection, before we even presented it to all of you, before we even saw the very first of the blue wings appear on the air here, there were a batch, a very small selection. It was a small percentage of the stones that were set aside. Think of this, for those that don't understand the concept of museum reserve and what kind of shopping network would have stones in a museum, well, we would. And we are the only ones that have the prowess and the ability to bring you this stone. We are the only ones. It is exclusive to us. But the bigger notion is that we really do feel strongly, and maybe it's just a long lineage and a long history of working with museums. Realize the family that is behind TVON has been in the gem business for 6 generations. So 3 of which are all here in the building today. So this is a lineage of gemstone passion that goes back many, 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 many hundreds of years. And we're talking about a typical, I mean, before we got into the shopping business, We're talking about supplying gemstones to museums, that kind of collector status where it's really when you see private collections or different assortments of private collections and other things we bring, those are literally, as we say it is, a private collection of gemstones. It's not like where you shop somewhere else and you're talking about a vendor, right? That word vendor, you hear that a lot on TV, right? Vendor. Maybe the vendor's even sitting there talking to you, screaming at you, right? Vendors. That vendor got it from someone else, who got it from someone else. Somebody supplied the gold, somebody supplied the stones, somebody supplied the diamonds. They all came together. They worked with the manufacturer. That piece was made. It was manufactured. Then it went to a vendor who then distributes it to a shopping network or other stores, mom and pops, retailers, designers, what have you. That is where, can you consider that every single step, every person that I mentioned and beyond, they're making their cut along the way. They're all making it their livelihood. That's a lot of steps before it gets to you, the collector. We're a little different in that not only are we the manufacturer, but we are the supplier of the stones. Most every, not every, but most every stone comes from our own, the family's own private collections. That really is a big difference. And then obviously we supply the designs and then create the pieces here in-house. So it really is a different way to shop. Come on over and take a look at that breathtaking Tanzenite. It looks amazing. And we're gonna do something really special with the price tag because I know it's slated to go at $99.99 and we gotta make it better than that. So here's your opportunity, taking it even lower. Look at the bright red flashes without me even having to move it. Here's what it looks like from a distance. Now get ready, because if it's looking that powerful in reds, from up close, what is it doing from a distance? When you see it in a slightly lower light, at a better angle, straight on in, you've got to understand we worked with the miners themselves to bring this material. That is why nobody else has it. We secured every last stone, and if you have the best of something, and there's a lot of, museums don't necessarily show everything, but museums oftentimes have gem exhibits. If you have the best Tanzenite, there's only one source in the world, so if you have the best of it and you have all of it, we feel this incredible obligation, responsibility to share it with the museums. That is why 6.5 years ago, a certain segment of the collection was set aside as museum reserve. You see it right there. Those stones, now, no intention of ever bringing them on the air, but that is a necessity because everything else was sold out long before everybody got one. And there was demand. We went through about a week where there was no Tanzenite, and it was panic. It was customer panic. Everybody was a little bit upset and freaked out, and I didn't know, and where to go, and oh my gosh, I didn't realize. So we have been selecting since then from the museum reserve. So it just means if it goes to you tonight, it doesn't go to the museum. All right, so let's make it happen, and let's get your value, and let's take it even lower, and let's put it on. I don't like $99.99. I just don't like it for tonight. I think Wednesday night we got to do better. I'm here every Wednesday. We got to do better. We just got to do better. We got to do better. So it's not going to be $99.99. It will not be. I got to put it up on the auction block. Let's try to get you a value of a lifetime. And I can never do that on my own without saying, let's just leave it in your capable hands and start less than even $5,000 on a 5 carat 02, $5,000. That makes too much sense. That's good. We're not looking for good. Let's go better. Let's go great. Let's not even ask for $45,000 or $4,000. How about $3,500 when you ask anybody who loves jewelry, how do you want your important stone set? 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the halo. They may not know how to describe it, but you know where the diamonds go around the stone and then down, that's the halo. That's the classic right there. If you're not sure ever where to go in a piece, that's the safe choice. But it's not just safe. I'm not one who likes the word necessarily safe. I'm never going to make a safe choice in fashion. I like to make safe choices when I drive, but not safe choices when it's like comes to like stuff where we're intended. I think that the whole point of fashion, jewelry, accessories, bags, you know, you think about shoes, clothing, all these different ways that we show self-expression, that's where I don't want to be safe. There's enough places in life where we kind of have to be safe, right? We have to, we should be, need to. This is where I want to like step out. I want to step out, let's take a risk, let's have some fun. But that's the thing, with jewelry, we're investing hard-earned money into something that we want our future generations to enjoy just like we did. So I think for that, when we're picking out a really important Tanzenite, I think we want to go with something very classic in the mounting, and this allows you to do that. So I do enjoy that with still glittering, fabulous diamonds. And it's not going to be 35 because I have no open and that won't stand. So let's make it even better than 35. Let's go $3,000 to start and get this one accomplished. There's just value, and then there's even bigger value. And I know we had those Tanzenite drop earrings. Listen, the fancy cuts are the fancy cuts. They don't have a lot of, they don't have a big fan club. This is the exotic cut. This is a cut we know. It's a cut that most people never own, because whether it's diamonds or anything else, that's why I'm always surprised with all this talk about this big celebrity engagement ring that the whole world is chirping about. I'm a little surprised that when these celebs have unlimited funds that they don't go emerald cut. I'm a little surprised, but to be honest with you, having worked with some of them, it's really even difficult, even with unlimited funds, to find emerald cuts in big sizes, whether it's diamond or anything else, that still accomplish what you want to accomplish. Because even if you are buying a 35 karat diamond or a 37 karat diamond, there are likely going to be a lot of flaws in that diamond. I'm sorry, but that's what happens in a diamond of that size. So there are going to be flaws, so you do need to hide those. That's why you're seeing some of these bigger diamonds not in emerald cut. Kim, hers was an emerald cut, but that wasn't 37 carats. That was about 13 or 14, somewhere in that range. So I know only, right? But the point is that's more doable than, let's say, a 30 or 40 carat. Let's transition that to Tanzenite. It doesn't have clarity issues, but it is that saturation that is still tougher to get when you have an emerald cut. But we love them for their elegance. We love them for the wow factor, because when you do see it combined with saturation, you get that power that you're seeing right there. We don't have 3,000. It's going to be a $10 increment, by the way. I don't have an open. I don't know if anybody's looking for Tanzenite tonight. That's kind of the mystery I have to solve every single time I step under these lights, is figure out what y'all want on any given night and at what price. I have to figure that out. And I don't know if we got a Tanzenite lover out there, but usually we have one or two. I'm not going to do $3,000. Let's go even lower, because, well, I said this last week, and I think that it's true. I think once you start breaking all records in Tanzenite pricing, you never can go back. And this might be, you know, a couple weeks ago, I would have had probably 25 people on the phone lines begging for a $3,000 open and bidding nonstop, probably getting this up to $4,000 or $5,000 by now. We have nothing. Probably a matter of what I did last week. Probably has everything to do with the fact that last week, because of what someone else was doing on TV, and I got a little excited, I made our best material, meaning better than theirs and the best in the world. I made it even better in price. So we're going to try that again. And I know again, maybe this is a good time, probably because we don't have that many Tanzanites left, which is the only reason I can think we can probably get away with this. We're not going to be seeing these stones much going forward. End of the year, forget about it. November, December, Black Friday, all those things. When we're all sitting around after Thanksgiving dinner, thinking about Black Friday and shopping season beginning, I'm not going to be seeing Blue Wing Block Ds. Not even the Museum Reserves are going to be here by then. So we got to shop now. And let's make it even better than $3,000, because that's what we got to do. If I was just doing the math here, $3,000, even if we were to get the open and take your 10% off, we're still looking at $2,700, and that's really good. But it's only $530 a carat. Let's go even lower than that. How about 29, 28, 27, 26? Tell you what. Let's make it $2,500 to start, because that will get us to record all-time best pricing ever on a per carat level with a 5, but you're getting the emerald cut. And by the way, this is the one that looks bigger. It looks so much bigger than a 5 carat. And we have no open yet, so we'll give it 60 seconds and we'll see what happens. And if you're thinking about that heart-shaped Sapphire, let's do more than think about it. Time to let that one go. 25, let me just do some math for you here. I know math is boring, unless I have found, because math was never my favorite subject. I was always more of a, give me the reading and the writing. That's probably why I became a journalist and went to school to study journalism and became a successful journalist. But let me tell you something. I love math when it has to do with saving money, especially saving money on something I want to have. Suddenly I can do math like, boom, $2,250, just hypothetically, if we get the open with 28 seconds ticking down, if we are to get the open now, at 25, and then take 10, it's just hypothetical, but I realize we don't have the open yet. That's what I'm hoping somebody's going to call in and do. But that would be 10% off, $250 off, $2,250 for the piece. $2,250 divided by 502 is $446 a carat, I believe. See how well I can do that math when, I mean, I hope it's right, but it's roughly right. So 446. $446 a carat on a Tanzenite. Oh, by the way, we're not giving you like 2 points in diamonds either. It's 71 points in VS diamonds, in solid gold, in your choice of gold. Yes, you get your choice of gold color. Yes. Sometimes lately they've been limited to white gold. This is any gold you want, and in your size, and delivered to your house for free. And if you live in a state, where do you live? Do you live in a state other than California? Thank goodness. You don't pay tax. You only pay tax if you live in California. I'm sorry. I know, I live here too. It stinks. But here's the deal. Most of you don't, so you don't even pay tax. That would be $250 saved right there. So I'm saving you $250 on the 10% off, $250 on the tax roughly, because I don't know what the tax is in your county, but I know what it is here. So that's $250, so that's $500 saved. Sizing, well, that can be anywhere $300 a size. So that can be like anywhere up to thousands of dollars on sizing, and it's shipped to your doorstep for free, and there's no buyer's premium, and we have no open? Oh, we do. Oh, okay, hi. While I'm up here talking away about math and saving you money, we've got the open back here. So we do have the open at 25. We'll find out who that is, and maybe we're just sending out 2,500. Well, not really. It'd be 2,250, right? So that's even better. So here's what we've got. We've got the open at $2,500. Thank you. We've got that secured. We are looking at a $10 increment, not a 10% increment either. So you could still go up a little and then go way back. Back and back and back. So discounting we love. But this is what's happening right now. $2,500 only. That's it. Uh-oh. Well, let's try it on again. We'll show you all the different angles. And yes, any gold you want, which is unusual these days. A lot of times they are stuck in white. This is where you can, look at that. So I'm still, every time I see it, I go, whoops, I made a mistake. But I didn't. It says 502. But what I'm seeing visually, probably the same reaction you have at home. You've seen enough rings on my hand to know that should be, that looks a lot larger than a 5 carat. And it should be a lot more than $446 a carat. Was my math right? Did anybody check me on that? I know you guys love to double check. So did anyone check me on that? My live on the air, let me just check here. 2,500, we know 10% off, so that means 2,250 divided by, it's a 502. So that, yeah, it's 448. I was off by a couple dollars, yikes. All right, so 448, still gonna beat everybody's price out there. So when you see, because what you guys told me last Thursday, I was on the air talking away, and some of you at the same time messaged me and said, you know that somebody on the TV right now is selling Tanzenite for $495? And I said, is that right? And I perked up and I said, oh, is that right? And what is that? And I said, and what is that Tanzenite? Like, I don't know. But I was like, what does that Tanzenite look like? Light, blue, purple, lavender, no diamonds to speak of? Okay, there's not even a diamond weight listed, probably less than 71 points, probably not a lot of gold, very, you know, inferior quality, and it was $495 a carat. Heck of a value, I'll say that right now. It's a great value for any Tanzenite. If you don't have TVON. If you don't have us, or if you don't know about us, or if you don't know what we do and how it's different and how it's even better right now in this auction live, and we're gonna give it 2 minutes. I got nothing but the open. So remember, 25.10 would be the next minimum bid. You would still go backwards 10%, which would be $251. So there's a lot to be saved here. To be in this position where you can spend less than your bid even is, a lot less. You can get all those extras I talked about. It's all true. You're getting the free shipping, sizing, all that. You get the gold color change for free as well. You get the fabulous delivery to your house, to your doorstep. You will love it. And you know what everyone says? I've heard this so many times. Literally, I don't think it would be an exaggeration to say I've heard it thousands of times. People who have said, I got my Tanzenite, I didn't know what to expect, I saw it on TV, I fell in love with it, and you know what? I got it home and it's even better in person. I hear it all, and I know that because I see it in person too, and I see it on TV too. And yet it is so much better in person because it doesn't need all these lights. And we're gonna give it 2 minutes, and that's it final. When it's gone, it's gone. I can't bring it back. Obviously the museum ain't getting it because we already had the open, so we know it's going. Can't call me in 10 minutes and get it. Can't call me at the end of the night and get it, which is in 40 minutes. You cannot call me tomorrow when I'm standing here 5 to 8 and get it. You gotta get it now, and it is literally $448 after your discount. Take the discount. You got nothing to lose. Take the discount, but if the discount's in effect, you get that stone for $448 a carat. Free diamonds, free gold. I'm not counting any of that $3,400 an ounce gold. I'm not counting any of that nearly 3/4 a carat MVS diamonds. I'm not counting all the extra freebies we're giving, which adds up to potentially thousands of dollars in the gold color, in the size, in the shipping, in all of that. And you pay less than your bid. It's amazing to me. So let's give it a final 2 minutes, and then when the clock hits 0, it is sold. Take a look at this one more time. I'll try it on again, and we'll see who's gonna win it. $448 a carat. 448. I know. This is crazy. I'm never going to sell Tanzanite again after this. How can I get 600 and 700 and 800 carat like I should be? I'm never going to do it. This is just the moment. And if you're not on the phone lines, you miss it forever. And we got literally 100 seconds left to go. You got 100 seconds to be connected to us. Phone, dialed in, connected, talking to an operator. Otherwise, unfortunately, you can't bid. That's how we time it with these people all across the country, is we give you kind of fair and final warning here. Last chance, last call is happening now. So here is your moment. Here is your chance, and we have got, let me try it on again, absolutely. White, yellow, rose. We don't always offer the gold color change possibility. Here you have it. So you can, what that means is you can change it. Now, if you don't need to, you don't need to. I don't want you to change it if you don't want to, but if you love yellow gold, get it in yellow gold. If you wear nothing but rose gold, get it in rose gold. But let me tell you something. It is fabulous in the white gold. Designers know best. It is down to 55 seconds remaining in the auction altogether. We're at $2,500 still and looking for a $10 advance. Not $1,000, not $500, not $100, a $10 advance. And you'll still go back 10%, which is at least $250 extra saved. So it's amazing. And we're in last call, 30 seconds. Andy, are you verifying on this one? This is it. This is all. This is it. I'm glad I don't have any more Tanzenite tonight. We still have the earrings, by the way, that I showed you. Ooh, look at those reds. Look at that. 15 seconds left to go. Whew. I need a deep breath there for a moment. Cleansing breath. And we got a wheel coming up. A blowout wheel. Affordable is on the way. It's on the way. Last call. Do we have 2510? Yes or no? I'm getting my next wheel ready. All these, ooh, some of my favorites are on this wheel. 2510, got it? Sold, congratulations. Gone it goes. Now, we do have this pyramid style band. I love it, so cute. So what I would wear. We also have this ruby, very high-end luxe ruby. Also have a really good, this is just a fabulous piece. It's a fancy cut, yeah. That's a fancy cut. It is so cool. So we've got 3 rings here, and we're just going to blow out real quick. Just a real quick little 60-second deal. Take what you can get. They're practically free. Let's go crazy. Oh my gosh. I don't know which one you like, but I could very much visualize one caller calling in right now and saying, I'm taking all 3, get them off the screen, send them to me. That is a really, really cool wheel. It's a trio. The ruby's in platinum, the band is in gold, and the green tourmaline. Anybody else digging that green tourmaline like I am? Wow. Green tourmaline is a fancy cut. It's also in platinum. It sure is. So platinum, platinum, and gold. You decide. They all stay as is. So yes, that band's going to stay in the yellow gold. And here we go. We're on our way, guys. It's the last call on the show. We got 35 minutes. Wonderful. Okay. So we've already got some callers dialed in, excited about this. And I'll tell you, even though this band is wonderful. This band is more narrow, but it's got weight to it. Platinum's hefty. And I love that trio of diamonds on either side. How about this ruby? Clean, glorious, must. I'll tell you, we have rubies that are $7,000 and $8,000 that look like that. This is not $7,000 or $8,000. They're all one of a kinds. I see fingerprints on the band here, so I'll polish those up a little bit. And then, oh, are we going to have a blast here? This is something special. Yellow gold on this one. Do you see how it waves? There's so many different details and design elements coming all together. So it's got the pyramid studs, but they're not too high. It goes that wave like a beautiful S-curve through the band. And then you've got the diamonds stacked on half of it. I love it. And we're going to make these all really affordable, like, under $19.99 affordable, under $1,500 affordable. And you let me know which one's your favorite and get requests in. We have 35 minutes left to go. And I'm really excited about this. We're going to make it only, you know what, I was going to do 14, Tony. Let's skip that too. Skip 14, skip 13, skip even $9.99. Skip it all together. We have got some really cool bands here to play with. Add to the collection. I bet you, I'm very, very, very comfortable saying that nobody has anything like that tourmaline in their collection yet. So you can really expand beyond your horizons here. Or even that, we all have a gold band or a diamond band, but do you have one that looks like that? Probably not. It's not even $899. Let's blow them out for $888. The practically free price is now. And it's only going to be $888 less your 10%. $799. Operators, they are one of a kinds and they all stay as is. The only thing I need to know is your ring size. Which one do we like? The green tourmaline first is amazing. It's item number 1128777. And look what that does. Think it's only going to look that way from afar? No. Or from up close? No, it does not. It lights up. Fancy cutting there throughout the inside. It's not sharp across the top. It's actually smooth. It's a carat 55 green tourmaline with 10 points in diamonds on the sides. You could even stack that ring if you wanted to. It's got enough of a nice long side to it where you could stack with other things if you want to. And that's going to be, I think that one's here at the moment, item number 8777. And then which one do we like? The band. Here's the gold band, 14 karat gold there. Let's show you that one on the hand here. It's 26 points in diamonds. Yes, it does. Curve. I wish we had more than one so you could stack it, but we don't. We just have the one. And it has that great kind of diagonal curve with the pyramid studs, but also diamonds. Yeah, do you want the tourmaline? Tourmaline gone? Yes. Ruby next, you got it. Tourmaline's gone, band is here. Here comes the ruby, which is 7470 on the ruby. And it's also in platinum. It's a 49 pointer. I'm gonna try that on my pinky here just because that's where it's sized at the moment. But it's got some great clarity to it. And that's gonna be our 49 point ruby with 55 points in the diamonds. 2 baguettes tapered, the rest in rounds. That stays in the platinum as well. And that's gonna be also $799. 2 left. Band or ruby, they will not be in 60 seconds. Let's get them all out the door. Thank you on that tourmaline and platinum. Enjoy that, Andy, whenever you get a chance, please. Thank you. And then here we go with our last minute remaining. All right, so last call on that. Let's see what else is coming up. Oh, the new diamond earrings. Oh, and there's also, you know, we had our emeralds by the yard, which we still have left, right? Emeralds by the yard necklace earlier. I have a ring that goes to the highest level of emerald, a 4 karat 30. Yeah, 430 on the side in one stone. Anyone taking the emerald? I mean, the ruby rather. I'm already on to the emerald. The ruby or the diamond band. I'm buying that diamond band at the end of the show. They're going to charge me more, but it's okay. I know. I literally pay more than you guys do, and I host the show. I literally, I buy jewelry mostly as gifts, but honestly, for once, I cannot take it anymore. Like I'm always trying to put myself in jewelry moratorium and then it's lifted like shortly thereafter. It literally, I'll find something that I know that I have to have. And you know that there are pieces like this, distinctive different pieces don't come around again and again and again. It's not like we're just showing you the same run of the mill pieces. You see pieces here that are distinctively designer and different. So that's why you know you got to take advantage of those while they're here. You have got to see this emerald though. I know it's not going to be inexpensive, but for what it is inexpensive. Okay, that band is mine. The ruby is yours. Here we go. Wow. This is a huge 4 karat. I know this is where, okay, yes. Is it flawless up close? No, because emeralds do actually have inclusions, and those are inclusions you're seeing, okay? They are something you do not see when it's on the hand. So I just want to give you a look at it because we did have the big emerald necklace, which I'll show you again if you missed it, but that is awesome. Look at that stone. 4 carats 30 it's a Colombian emerald. I had to check. Is it Zambian? Because it's a little easier sometimes to get bigger stones in Zambian. No, Colombian emerald. 111-5779 if anybody's interested. I've got a new discount on it. It is fabulous. This is always, emeralds can be some of the most difficult stones. There are folks on TV that won't even show them because they show every little detail. And the fact is, they are a type 3 stone. They are supposed to have inclusions. But when you're seeing a stone that has that capability of being 2 feet away and seeing still the glow, I know that you're supposed to see every detail of a stone. That's why we put them up close. You are getting a better look at jewelry from this perspective, sitting at home, comfortably on your couch, than you ever would if you're sitting at it or standing at a jewelry store across the counter looking at it with your own 2 eyes. Because are your eyes capable of giving you this type of in-depth magnified look. You can use a loop. That would be the only way to get this kind of look, is to use a loop and see that magnification. Here's where you get such a stunner. 4 carats 30, it is a new markdown. You will love it. I think we're gonna all get excited. It used to be $35,999. Now it is nothing of the kind. It is a wide band. It's got the double row in diamonds. That's a carat 18 in your white diamonds to go with it. And we are blowing it out right now for $99.99 and an extra $1,000 off that price too. So instead of $36,000, you get it for $99.99 plus $1,000 off. It's amazing. And then we'll get to those new diamond earrings we have. There's also a very important Paraíba here. If you have requests, get them in. We had a few requests early on. I may have to start doing the recaps as well from our number 1. There are some pieces still available from our first hour, like an unheated Tanzenite, like a yellow diamond, like a purple star sapphire. The triple diamonds by the yard bracelet is here. What on earth is that doing here? Oh, and the pink sapphire earrings. Seriously, the triple row diamonds by the yard bracelet should not be here. And we even had a gold and diamond bangle. The gold and diamond bangle was under $1,000. So there are still a few pieces here to recap in our last 28 minutes together tonight. That emerald is sticking around with me for the moment. Here is, yep, a purple star sapphire. It's purple pure. And it's going to be 1128987. Take a look at that round. How about that for something incredible? A round, unheated, purple star. First it starts with a pink diamond halo, then it goes with the white diamond halo, and you've got 2 tones of gold, 1 fabulous ring, and this one, I mean, all the values you've been seeing, it started in the first hour. It's just, it's hard to sell people stuff when they're not watching, right? And so what we're gonna do right now is show you a recap on 65 points overall in diamonds, the amazing look you're getting there, a true rare purple. Purples are rare in any sapphire. That's almost 2 carats in size, and it is below $2,000. It's not even $19.99. It's not. It's not going to be $19.99. It's not even $18.99. I'm blowing it out for $1,888. It sure is. $1,888 minus 10%, about $200 off. So here we go. This is spectacular. And we'll see who's got it. I'm going to try it on one more time. Here we go. Loving this one. Hi to Pam. Hi, Pam. All right, who's got it for $16.99? Here's what it looks like on the hand for you. There you go. Look at that star. All 6 legs of the star extend across to each and every side of that stone. It is amazing. Look at this, up close, up close. There you go. It is $18.88. Making it happen. And then there's a bangle. Do you want to recap this bangle here? This is wild. We had this bangle. It's solid 14 karat gold with diamonds. And it will turn out to be under $900 for this bangle. Just take a look at that. Sections of diamonds. There are 3 diamonds per section. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sections. And you get 27 points. Is that not your like every day? So many people tell me all the time, I love your tennis bracelets, but I'm not going to wear that every day. My lifestyle just does not support a big diamond bracelet every day. But maybe something with diamonds, not oversized, lightweight, great stackable, add to it if you want, average size. I did not clasp and close it here because, well, I was just trying it on for you, but look at how beautiful. Flexible memory wire. This is jewelry grade memory wire inside that allows you to have that flexibility so that you could essentially extend it all the way out, almost straight, but then it still finds its way right back to its closure. So you just snap this closed. It's gonna, one side locks into the other. Easy, simple, and very affordable. That's how you close it. The button is how you release it. Here's what it looks like up close. That was 7838. Brought it out as request earlier tonight. That is here for only $899. Okay, $899 for a bracelet. Solid 14 karat gold that accommodates up to a 7-inch wrist. Amazing. So that is something for I brought it up by request because it's the most affordable option I have in bracelets. And I really thought, I mean, you probably heard me if you were with me earlier. I said, I don't know, bracelet under $1,000. Let's see. This is what we have. I was really shocked. I didn't think there'd be anything even under $2,000. So that is really extraordinary. And $8.99 gets it to you. Okay. So next up, we've got a $9.99, meaning $8.99. Let me know if you want that wave design, that pyramid style diamond band. We had some pink diamond earrings earlier. Speaking of the diamonds, though, I have to show you these bright, beautiful, classic. This is like how you take a stud to the next level. We all love a stud for its wearability, but if we look at these new white diamond earrings, they look almost like every time I see them, I see a different design. Sometimes I see a fingerprint. Sometimes I see angel wings. Sometimes I see a floral, like a lily design. It is just stunning. Hold on, got to polish them up here. See if I can do these some help here so we can really, there we go. Better? Yes, okay, good. So here they are, brand new right now, 9104 is the number, starts with a pear shape, gives you big marquise cuts around it and brown brilliant. 3 cuts in 1 earring. This is outstanding. Look at that. And do we love them? White diamonds, big earrings. Yes, you know, it's so funny. You guys are such sticklers and I love it because I am too. But it's so funny how so many people say, ooh, because remember how we talked about that close-up view you're getting that we offer you? So it is like you're looking at them in person through a jeweler's loop. Well, a lot of you would say, be quick to say, wow, am I seeing something other than white? You are getting this up-close look where when we get bigger diamonds, it's really tough to do like pure white diamonds. Decolored diamonds get very expensive. They're already VS, so they're already checking the box of eye clean, better than eye clean clarity. So they're giving you a lot of brilliance. But then a lot of people go, oh, I don't know. Remember when you get into bigger diamonds, there's going to be a little bit of body color that you would only see from this up-close perspective. Because the idea is, are we showing you against black velvet? No, it's on a white background, computer paper as a matter of fact, printer paper. White background, white diamonds, white gold. The stones are 82 points just on the pairs, so that means 41 and 41, and then you have the marquise and the rounds, which are smaller, so we're doing that 32 points, okay, all together. That brings you a lot of diamond weight. Obviously, we're working well over a carat in diamonds, but it's the way this elite style gives you 3 different cuts brought together in design, giving you a more elite look than your basic round brilliant stud, which is what everybody's got. Here's how you elevate that stud earring style. I'm going to show them on. You can wear them also any way you want, but there is the slightest hue. But once I want to show you, once we get further away than loop perspective, look at this. Bright as can be. You are going to see a diamond from at least 2 feet away as you're wearing them. This is going to be our, well, let me go through the carat weights again here. 82 on the pair, 41, 41 each. 32 on the others, which would be the marquise and the rounds. So overall, 114 in diamonds. All together, centered up post, butterfly backing. I'll show you one on as well. I got to get the measurement first too. So let me get the ruler and then we'll show you. They look almost, sometimes they look like bee designs, sometimes they look like angel wings, sometimes they look like florals or lotus blossoms. 3/8 of an inch top to bottom, showing you on the ear next. You can wear them up, down, straight, sideways, diagonal, whatever you want to do. It really is an earring you can have some fun with in how you play with them once they're on. But that's your size perspective when they point the way they are on the wheel. And then you can point them downward if you'd like, whatever you'd like to do. But we're going to go back to the wheel as well. And we're going to show you how amazing they are. And the price tag is something special because it's not $59.99. And we have got to bring these to you at a better value. It's what we do. We just never see earrings like this. We've had some with other colors of stones, but not in this all white diamond form. It's tougher to bring big white diamonds. They're under $3,000. They're not $29. We've already gone 50% off and we'll keep on going. Last 20 minutes of the show, at least for Wednesday, are here. We've arrived. I think the Purple Star Sapphire is still here, which is shocking to me because that's a rare that I can't bring you all the time. We have this one here for $29. They will not be $29. They got to be lower because, again, if I don't have somebody on the phone line saying those are mine, then it's too high a price. The reason things sell is because I go low enough to the point where they do sell. That's what I do here. It's why we do these shows live. We give you the value that is good enough so you can say, I know you're the sticklers of the bunch. You guys really demand value. And I love that about our viewership. I love that about our TVON family because if it ain't good enough, you're not going to buy it. And that's what I love. It forces me to give you better values than we would ever plan on, that we'd ever figure. This is how you do it. And with 10% off, there is absolutely no reason to hold back on anything that you find that you love. And it's not going to be $29. It's not even $2,500. Let's blow them out. 24, they will not be. 23, they will not be. 22, let's go $21.99. $21.99. And the reason I did that is because that's $19.79. That is an under $2,000 price after your discount. And then we're going to recap what is shocking the most to me about this 2 hours and 40 minutes so far is that we have a white diamond bracelet ×3, but all in one that is still here. It's one of our best sellers all time. So it may just be as simple as everybody already has one, but I still believe that there's got to be somebody that does not have one of these yet. And it's the triple row diamond bracelet by the yard. Who has the earrings? And then we'll get to our diamonds by the yard 3 times over, but so easy to wear, lovely piece. Last call on that one. And then we'll have a few other pieces you haven't seen yet. But $19.79 though is your price tag here. And if you need an emeralds by the yard, you can still grab that. That's $8.99 at checkout too. Victor or Jason, who's taking the big diamond earrings? They're not staying here. We only have one pair. They do stay in the white gold, just as they are. They could go out tomorrow. Put them in a box. Your name goes on the box. $19.79 for a really unique stud earring. And that's the style to own. All right, let's get to our bracelet. It'll be our last call on this bracelet. And I don't mean last call tonight. I mean last call ever. Thank you. Oh, which one? The triple one that I'm about to show? Ah, gotcha. The yellow gold. Thank you. All right, so the last bracelet is sold. Now we're going to show the triple row diamonds by the yard. I've had this 2 times tonight, so chances are a lot of you are thinking about it. Let me start with it on the wrist, because this is that. We did the single style. We did a 1 row diamonds by the yard bracelet before. And then you guys had said, could you maybe make it bigger, larger, wider, so that it's really also formed so that it doesn't flip and turn all the time. And that's what this does, because once you have that inserted, there's an insert closure. It's a box insert closure. So once it's actually fastened, it doesn't twist or turn, because all of these angles, well, except for the way it did just now, because it flies off my wrist, but you can see here, all of these triple bezels here, they're soldered. So when you put it on, and this is the back, and here's the front, so you see how there's a subtle difference. Make sure you're looking at the bigger open bezel side. And this one's going to be, of course, these pieces are soldered so they don't flip or turn. And it stays right here, and it's 7 inches, and it's white gold only, and we have 2 available, and it's 3 bracelets in one. But that stacked look that you're always worried about, how do I accomplish that? How's that going to work? How do I keep them where they need to be? How do they not overlap and fall over each other? This is how you do it. Genius. And yet it's $999, which means $899 at checkout, which means it's essentially $299 per bracelet if you look at it that way. I say that because I couldn't make a bracelet $299 today. No way. I could never have a bracelet here for $299, not in gold, not with diamonds. I mean, you saw, even when we had smaller diamonds, like the one we just had that sold, you can't get that all the time. You just don't get a lot of solid gold pieces with bigger diamonds like this for a price tag of $899. And yet it's a bestseller here. And we only have 2 left. And when we, I'll say if we make it again, can you imagine what the price would be today? So that's just a huge moment. And all those diamonds go all the way around. They don't just go across the front. I am going to just flash in a quick little Paraíba deal. It's not a little Paraíba, it's a big Paraíba, but it's got a really important size to it at carat 66. And for me, it's the color and the clarity. And this is a stone I collect, so I know it well, and I love and adore the stone, but it's item number 112, 4681, and it's really tough to get a carat 66 size. And I think we've got 1 bracelet gone and 1 left, so you may want to just jump in really quickly and get that last bracelet. But this is a carat 66 Paraíba, and it has a carat 45 in diamonds, but keeping it really classic here. 4681 is the number. One of our bigger Paraíbas, certainly clean and bright, looks amazing, and it's in the white gold, 14K there. But you've got massive diamonds. That's 1 halo. 1 halo is bringing you that big look. Normally, if you get a halo that wide, there's 2 or 3 rows. That's just 1 row in diamonds. Then you have the diamonds continuing down the sides. They're huge too. And then look at that. This finishing, the elevation to the profile platform, this allows you to stack if you want to. You could stack with it beautifully. We had a great diamond band over the weekend that would be perfect for stacking with this style. You can do that. It is a fabulous look. It's $29,999 ordinarily. Just thought it's deserving on a day like today. When we've got an event like this one going on, important to bring out the museum pieces as well. The ones that are probably only here because they might have been a little out of reach on their price point. $30,000 is a little bit more than our average price point. It's exactly what a lot of pieces are worth. It's not what we get. So it's always a little jarring, I understand, when all of a sudden a $30,000 price tag hits your screen. We're here to make it better and more affordable here tonight and send it on out and give it one big markdown from, by the way, it's been marked down before. It's going lower here tonight than it ever has. And this is why tonight, in the next couple of minutes, we're gonna have a new collector of Paraíba out there. There is going to be somebody who adds the ultimate Paraíba to their collection. It's the color, it's the clarity. You get it all here. You get it all. No doubt about it. And we are going to make this better than 29, better than 20, better than 15, which is usually all it takes. If you got a $15,000 price tag on a 2 carat or anything near it, it's done. But it's not $15,000. It's not even 14, 13, or 12. And this is where you also have a lot of additional savings to be had, a huge advantage here. And it's not even going to be $10,000. Let's make it $99.99 for one caller. And how about $1,000 extra off for getting that very ring home? That amazing, beautiful, bright as can be. That is how you do it. So $89.99, yes. Okay. Oh, and a bracelet, the triple row, yeah. DBTY? Gotcha. So we do only have one left on the DBTY triple version. So just so everybody knows, one left now. So I know a lot of people like to wait to the last final minutes. Well, we're there. We've got 12 or 13 minutes left. So it is time to make those decisions and let us know what you like. But that is now down to one of the triple diamonds by the yard. We do have a very, very important, this is just kind of a fun necklace. And yet it's platinum and it's large and it's definitely a design that's open to interpretation here. But even if we've got a jeweler out there who would like to just melt it for the metal, it would be amazing. It's a platinum style. I want to show it. It's very large. To me, it looks, there's something whimsical about this necklace. It is, it looks like so many things all at once. It looks like florals and petals, as well as angel wings, as well as a cross, as well as the letter T. It looks like, every time I look at this necklace, and I've seen it umpteen times, it's open to a lot of interpretation. It's large. It's 1124868. It's platinum. It's got diamonds at 36 points in rounds. Yes? Okay, so our triple DBTY is sold out now. And the Paraíba, which I haven't tried on yet, is here. So I'm going to show that really quickly with this necklace. Here's the big Paraíba. Look at that. And there's the necklace. The necklace is soon to go. Now, here's some great features about this necklace. Adjustable chain. Up to 18 inches is the length, but that's adjustable. So you can make it shorter as you like. Here's what it looks like from a distance away. So you can see it on the neckline, and also check out the Paraíba that is still here for $89.99. And then of course we're gonna show it up close. So you can see the design and the way these 36 points in diamonds are placed. So you can see what that's all about, because there's a lot of creative ways that these diamonds are set, which is a little bit unusual. And there, let me zoom back first, and then, because I got to walk around here, zoom back, then we'll show you. So you can see there's a little bit of textured finish here to the base there, and then you've got the other diamonds scattered a bit. Let's make it $9.99. Yeah, $8.99 at checkout. First caller, one only, and it's all in platinum. It stays in platinum, but look, that's a lot of platinum. And 1.5 inches in the drop, which is why I'm so glad they put the adjustability in there, so that if you do, you've got a longer, larger piece here, so it's very well, even if you're normally an 18-inch length girl, you very well may want to move that on up because you have so much length in the drop itself. So that's going to be $8.99 at checkout. Then we've got, what else? Some beautiful, I I've got a pink diaspora that's a really good price. Pink diaspora is so lovely. We'll show our pink diaspora coming up next, and we'll see who's got this one. That's a really fabulous design. So all that, look at that platinum, look at that. And the chain itself has that great roller link and diamond cut, and we'll see who's got it. It's just a really, it's astounding. Very, very high end, really heavy. You'll be amazed when you feel it for the first time, because you're going to be amazed at the weight of platinum you got for $8.99, and there it is on the hand again for you. And this is that chain, so you can see the chain all the way around, and that's where you adjust it. Little mirror finished hang tag will dangle off the back, so it looks really pretty. If you do go shorter than 18 inches, and you do have a little bit of that extra length down the back of the neckline, that's really attractive. So that's going to be only $8.99. Back to the wheel, and I'm going to show you a pink diaspora. This one is rare, so this is a little different than the Turkish diaspora. It actually comes out of a mine in the Afghan region where it's got, well, pink tends to be a bit of a misnomer. It's got a lot of purple to it and the really good high quality stones, which is what we really like to bring. It's got the split shank, the double halo, and it's gonna go. I think our platinum necklace is verifying. And then here is the one-of-a-kind pink diaspora. 7658 is the number on this one. And it does have a gorgeous oval stone. Let me get the fingerprint off of it here. And then we've got a 101 pink diaspora with a 102 diamond weight. Very impressive, isn't it? I see purples, and then really pinks and blues are the secondary hues here. First call gets it for $12.99, another big blowout on the night. Before we go, we've got 9 minutes left, so it's not a lot of time, and we're still moving jewelry here. So what would you like to see one more time? If there's anything you want to check on availability, our emeralds by the yard, our bestseller of the night, still here, limited quantity. We'll make sure and flash that again for you as well. But $1,299 for a pink diaspora out of the Ghost of Mine. It is amazing. So yes, you heard me right. Emeralds by the yard. I was wearing it all night. We'll show that again to you. And then we'll see who's got this one for $11.69 as I try it on the hand here. It does stay in the white gold. Actually, not technically, it doesn't need to. If you really want yellow gold, I guess I'll do that for you. We're very busy on the phone lines trying to decipher what everyone's taking. Victor, what are you taking? Gotcha. Any questions for me? I can help you. Yes? I'm going to flash it next. Yep. And Jason, what are you taking? Request? All right. So we're still verifying here on this Paraíba. Now, not to toot my own horn, Victor, but I do collect this stone, and I've given GIA symposiums on it, and I'm a really big fan of this stone, and this is one of the best we've had for the brightness and the clarity. Is there any question I can answer for you? Oh, Brazilians will be far smaller. I've got them, but they're 2 and 3 points. So if you're looking at this one, I'm not going to have a Brazilian that big. My largest Brazilian stone ever was 71 points. My second largest was 56. And there's a reason I remember them all, because they're significant, but I don't have anything big in Brazilian. Yeah. I think the big one that we have left is about 50 points. It's in that really wild Salvador Dali mounting with the blue diamonds, the white diamonds. So yeah, but I don't have anything like this in Brazilian. Yeah, Brazilians are real small. Susan, not tonight. I don't have any crosses tonight. No, just the one we had in platinum, which kind of looked like a cross. But here we go, Paraíba, $89.99. Let's flash this Emeralds by the Yard. I'm just going to put it on my hand here for you. Been wearing it all night, so I know you probably noticed it. Big, big, important emeralds, 5 of them per necklace. And that's going to be at number 112, 9136. 88 points in your round Colombian emeralds. We are down to 6 minutes left in the broadcast, so I do ask you kindly to please place any orders you need right now while you still can. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until tomorrow at 5, which is our next show. 5 o'clock tomorrow. That's 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central, and 8 Eastern. And we will have a big 3-hour show, but I don't think much of this show is going to be left. Already, we're very limited with what's left from this show. So here's our Emerald by the Yard. If you missed it a couple hours ago, 88 points, 5 stones, looking bigger than they weigh. That's what emeralds do. And this is that gorgeous look in yellow gold only. Here's your adjustability. It does have the lobster claw closure and a 16, 17, and 18-inch built-in length. Okay, so really easy to put it on and wear it any length you want. Layer it. It makes it such an easy layering story as well. And that's going to be Well, we did it for $9.99. So we've only got a couple left remaining. Here's what it looks like on the neckline. And this is why I love it. We're really very strategic about how we place those stones so that you can see they're really meant to go from here to here. So that's generally what is exposed in a necklace, is generally from side to side on the neckline in the front. So that's the beauty of it, is you get to see it from that distance. And notice how I just turned it around so those stones face up front. They can move a little bit. If they move or turn or twist at all, well, that's fine. There's an open bezel front and back, but you can see how dynamic those are. Even if I were to step back and go out of focus, you still see the bright greens. I'm telling you, that is really interesting. I've been doing TV since I was 13 years old. If you can see the color when it's that out of focus, and yet the color is as bright as that is, and then you see that gleam and glow of those stones from that distance away, and just getting a chain today for $8.99 is tough to do. This one's adjustable, premium closure, diamond cut link, and the big emeralds too. And it's $899. Okay, so we go back to the hand here and take another look at it this way. And then we can show you like that. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's gonna be our last call. This was presented earlier and very popular earlier. So wanna make sure that you grab it now while we still have it available. And then we're still verifying on that platinum necklace, and we'll see if we've got any other requests. We are now down to 4 minutes left in the show. And again, if there's any orders you wanna place, these shows are live. It's important to pick up pieces while we're live. Very important to take advantage while we're here. And before pieces sell out, because they do. And is there something we want to see in Brazilian Paraíbas real quick? If so, we got to show it in a hurry. So let me go ahead and grab this quick request here. And who is this for? Hi, John. This is exactly what I was talking about. We have a 65 pointer. So now this would be our largest, because our 71 pointer is gone. And this one is fully GIA certified, and it does have one of the most unusual and yet designer mountings I've ever seen us do in platinum and 18 karat gold together. It's 1122-2094. I'll zoom back. We'll show you the cert. The cert actually tells you it's Brazilian, as we well know. 65 points in that Brazilian Paraíba. 34 points in diamonds. Yes, they are blue and white diamonds. We rarely see blue diamonds. I had somebody just ask me today, can you bring out all your blue diamonds? I'm going, I don't have anything else with blue diamonds. And ironically, here's the one piece I have with blue diamonds. Here it is, right here. Blue diamond. Now there's a couple, but it's still blue diamonds, and that's important. Here's your cert. That cert is going to be for that Brazilian Paraíba itself, because that was once a loose stone before it was set in this enormously pretty mounting. And then you've got all your details about the carat weight at 65. That's huge for a Brazilian stone. This was the OG source, which it'll tell you here. And you've got that Paraíba. That's where the name comes from, is the state of Paraíba in Brazil, from which it was first discovered. Here is your geographic origin. Probably, arguably the most important word on that cert is right there. Brazil is the origin of that 65-point pair, and that GIA cert is coming to you free with our compliments, and then this gorgeous heavyweight mounting, which is done in platinum and 18 karat gold. Here's what it looks like on the hand. It is stunning, and it is done with, yep, those burnished blue and white diamonds together that are natural. 34 points there, and what a piece to wear. Middle index. We have 2 minutes left to go. There it is on the middle finger. How gorgeous is that? I was saying how sculptural this sculptural look right now, this sculptural detail and accessories. There's a designer called Schiaparelli, high-end couture. Costume jewelry that they do costs $10,000 and more. I am not kidding you. It is $10,000 and more for costume jewelry. This is that look, but done not in costume, but instead in platinum and 18 karat gold. That's what it looks like on the index finger. We are down to 1:40 left. Here's what I'll do. Blow it out. We got to do it. $45,000 where it started tonight. Just going to cut right to the chase, because we're down to less than about 90 seconds remaining. Let's just make it $88.88, lowest price ever. You will still take $888 off. It'll make it $79.99, and the cert comes with it from GIA, telling you it's Brazilian, the original find, the original source, and we've even added blue and white diamonds. I mean, it's like, how much more rarity can we possibly get in one ring than platinum and 18 karat and the designer quality and the blue and white diamonds and the GIA cert, and not any Paraíba, Brazilian Paraíba from the original source in 1989 in the state of Paraíba in Brazil. It is one of the most incredible styles we have ever brought you to date. I know it's a quick presentation because it was just requested, just got brought out, but it is incredible. So if you'd like to get that one, please let us know. We're here for a few minutes after we go off the air, but make those decisions now, because waiting till tomorrow is not going to get you the jewelry. Thanks again for joining me. I'm so appreciative of you being here with us every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights 5 to 8, and also Saturday and Sunday mornings. We got an incredible show tomorrow. I hope you'll join us 5 to 8 tomorrow. That's 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central Time, and 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll kick off another 3 hours together, and we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow night, as we always do. Thanks so much for watching and shopping tonight. Again, we're here for a few minutes, so get in on that phone number, and we will help you out. Thank you so much for being here. Continue to shop either the Paraíba, the Carat 66, or the 65 pointer. Thanks so much, and from all of us here at TVON, I'm Lauren Blair. We wish you a great good night, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 5.